nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
There's no limits to the Suplex in this city, and we're always smoking bombs like it's 420. We get high as though it hot and talk wrestling stuff. And it's hosted by Jim Vicious, Tyler Fudge.
Some people snort coke off a Ricky's ball sack. I've tried them all, but don't get me wrong, the best high there is comes from a bone. I like smoking pot a lot. I like getting stoned alone. I like vaping weed indeed. I think edibles are incredible. I sure love them gummy bears. Them shampoo for my curly hairs. Rub cannabis lotion on my cock. I like smoking pot a lot. Some people like pills.
Welcome, thank you for downloading episode 180 of Suplex City Limits for September 22nd, 2018. I don't hit a man when he's down, I kick him, because it's fucking easier. It's Simple Boy, the King of Bong Style, Jim Vicious, and he once kicked Sasquatch's ass in a bar fight over a woman. My co-host.
And you know what I was doing while I was having that bar fight? I was getting a 180 in my dart score. So fuck you, bitch. Tyler Fudge.
Suplex City Limits, available for listening wherever fine podcasts are found. You can follow me on Twitter at Suplex City Limit. Follow Tyler at The Federation. If you like the show, consider supporting it by picking up a t-shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees. Or you can donate on Patreon, become a producer of the show like our friends Kayla Morganfield, Shinso the Great, Max's Garage, got that orgy all the time, Infamous Chris Savage, B-Rad Brad, Kick-Ass Keith Martin, the Maniac Michael Thomas, the Rice-A-Roni Jabroni, Ty Loney, Insane Ian Jackson, Wrestling Soup Podcast, Jumpin' Jeremy Foltz, and our friends over at Smack It Down Podcast. Check out them guys out if you're into the Australian shit. They cover pro wrestling. Dude, do you hear that they used that intro thing that we did?
Yes, I did.
Fuck, that's funny. This week on the Pod Smoking This Wrestling Pod on the Internet, the podcast of the Immortals, we're recapping the entire week in wrestling. We'll also be joined by our good friend Lynx Kinetic here, so that's something to look forward to.
Oh boy.
From the Strap podcast, also a new professional wrestling owner. So
Yes.
sure, we'll talk about that.
Oh, I'm sure we will. I've been
I've watched
waiting to
some
talk
weird
about
shit.
that ever since I seen the first video. I was like, can't wait for Link to be on so I can ask.
Yeah, we got MLW War Games, our boy Casanova Valentine on Vice, all kinds of shit. New Lucha Underground champion.
Yes.
So,
Crazy.
at the top. The top three, maybe we'll even play a little game with our boy Lynx. So all that and more today. All right, now we are joined by our good friend Lynx Kinetic from the Strap podcast and new pro wrestling owner. What's up, brother?
Hey, who wants to suck the shit off my dick?
I do. Me.
Woo!
I love that. That's the last thing I say. I'm like, all right, but let's fucking do this show. Suplex City Limits. What's up, though, man?
No, living the dream.
You would say you just got your your ring yesterday?
I did. Yeah, that was fun. That was real fun.
No.
How heavy was that all?
The whole entire thing was like 1,500 pounds.
Jesus.
Good.
Yeah. It's sitting in our backyard. We're gonna get a tarp for it today, so the Arizona elements don't destroy it. But brand new ring for everyone that's coming to work to Zealot Pro Wrestling. How many wrestling companies give you a brand new ring? Probably
Right?
not many.
You'll probably have better ropes than Ring of Honor. Ring of Honors are always lopsided and lumpy and fucking coiled.
Yeah.
At least
the ropes.
at least they put the money in to have a decent mat these days. Remember they just have like a massacred
tape on
mat
it.
forever. Yeah. You're trying to charge me $15 online to watch wrestling in a ring that has duct tape on it.
Ring of Honor used to do that?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Up until,
back,
not even long ago.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Fucking
But
game.
Yeah, they're backed by a major corporation that owns thousands of television stations, but they can't get a decent ring. They finally got good lighting. Whatever. I shouldn't talk shit about them because I just got a theme placed with them, so maybe I should shut up.
No, it's way better now. That's the point. It's way better now. But yeah, we'll talk more about that, about your first event and everything here coming up later. That's a hook. It's a little hook for you.
Ooh.
But let's start it off this week, as we do most weeks, with the SCL Top 3.
Suplex City. Limits top.
Suplex City Limits Top 3, our top 3 matches of the week. Send it over to Tyler to take us through it.
Well, our first match of the week shouldn't be any surprise. It's Kenny Omega versus Tomohiro Ishii from whatever night it was in Destruction. I believe it was Hiroshima.
It was Destruction in Hiroshima.
Can't forget that one. It's impossible.
Hiroshima will never be the same again.
America.
Goodbye and good night. Or I don't even know.
Hey, Japan, you remember when he dropped that big bomb of freedom on you?
We gave you all that technology. You're welcome.
Now you give it
Our
all.
our relationship with the South of America is already very very strange. But
Yeah, it's weak at best. But I'm ignorant from Canada, so it doesn't matter. I'm oblivious to it.
yeah, there you go. But yeah, I really fucking enjoyed this match. That was
did
good
too.
shit.
I did too. It was a long time ago, but I mean, it was a good match. It was like a week ago.
Yeah, that stomp over the fucking rope, over the rail.
Just
Pretty
barely
crazy.
almost fucking killed himself. Just slides off of his shoulder. Well, hey, it worked for me.
Yeah, I hear an echo.
I did too.
I think that's on his end.
How dare you? I'm just on a phone.
Do you have earbuds?
No.
Headphones?
No.
Don't you do a fucking podcast? You do a weekly podcast. How are you doing that? He's like, I just showed up on the phone. Fuck you guys.
How's that? Is that better?
Sure, man.
Yeah.
We'll see
We'll
how
see.
the show goes. We'll see how the show goes. If we get any more
Is the
echoes,
echo gone?
it seems to be.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Then there you go.
There we go.
I fixed it. See, I'm a podcast professional.
Yeah.
It's true.
right.
You slid in there right fast and got that fixed. It was great.
Yeah. I also really enjoyed the counters at the end between the brain buster and the one winged angel. Really good shit.
Yeah, and
Long.
they hinted at where Tomohiro Ishii beat Kenny Omega with the Brain Buster. Kenny Omega couldn't beat him, so he tries to break up the Brain Buster to beat him with it. Couldn't do it. But yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it told a good story. It was really long. We all know how Jim doesn't like those long matches.
Yeah, 30 minutes is like, it's pushing it. At least it wasn't like 45 or something.
How do you feel about lengthy matches? Their lengths?
It depends on whether they're telling a story or not. Like, I can understand with the way Japan lays out their matches. Like, you kind of have to know going in, like the first 15 minutes are just setting up the ending. But
Yes.
But the endings are always fucking amazing, so you just kind of sit through it and watch it. But
I had no problem with this one, for the record.
look at this millennial over here who can't pay attention for longer than
Right?
10 minutes.
Aren't you the oldest one of us all, Jim?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I am. I turned fucking 37 in like 2 weeks.
There you go.
No, you're not the oldest one of us all. Then fuck you guys.
Oh, you're a year older.
41, baby.
God damn, really? You still got
Yeah.
that fucking great head of hair?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker. You do 41
right.
good, Lynx. You do 41 good.
Thanks, man. I wish I could take the fucking gray out of my beard, but other than that.
Just for
You
men.
could. I mean,
Just for me.
Oh, yeah, I could. I guess I could.
with Just for Men. Just for Men has a variety of beard coloring products available. Use the code.
JustForMen.com. Use code SCL for 10% off.
Yeah, not really.
You got a
but
sponsor?
No.
we'll take your money.
I'll buy you a
How-
fucking. You send me sponsor money, I'll send you a box of Just for Men hair gel. How about
Keith Hernandez coming to my house. Put that shit in personally.
that?
There you go. What else we got in the top three?
Suzuki and Naito from the next night in Bukaki, Japan, or something like that.
Bukaki,
Wow.
Japan.
I can't. It starts with a B. Bush. I don't know, man. Something Japan.
Something.
I must confess, I did not watch that one, so I will shut up on that one. But the first one was real good.
Yeah,
Kenny Omega
Bukaki,
Ishii
Japan.
It's Bukaki, Japan. Yes.
Yeah,
Naito. But no,
Naito!
I thought the match was good. They brawled around the ring. You had Suzuki just playing the sickening heel.
This was fuck. I like this match more than I did the Omega Ishii.
I was a bigger fan of the Omega Ishii, but
Really?
I'm also a huge Ishii and Omega mark. So,
Oh man, Suzuki like classic shit, terrorizing the crowd, just going fucking berserk, like fighting with Red Shoes over a chair and shit. It was awesome.
oh, it was a good. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was a great match.
Like when he does, no one has ever. I mean, maybe Bruiser Brody or something, right? But like, just terrorized a fucking crowd like that. Like he walks around looking, and like it's only a matter of time before he finds a young lion and just like beats the fuck out of him. It's just so awesome. I love Suzuki.
I want to believe that he doesn't tell them before he starts hitting them.
He probably
I hope
doesn't.
so. I fucking hope so.
You know, it's just like, yeah, Suzuki's gonna grab one of you and probably stiff the shit out of you. So be prepared for that.
Yeah, put your working boots on.
That's paying dues, baby.
Right. Very good shit. Yeah. Naito picks up the win. Has a post-match promo. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah. I have no idea. I do know.
He's talking
that
about Bukaki and all that shit.
he is. He's talking about all the fans and how they love their hometown of Bukaki.
Yeah.
And,
Be careful on your way home. It's really slippery out there.
It's very slippery, but you get a lot of protein on the way home if you really wanted to.
Hey, fun fact: Japanese invented the Bukaki.
That's true. I know.
Yes. It's
There you
weird
go.
though. I mean, who? Not to get graphic, but who in the right mind for the first time decides I'm going to kneel down and I want my whole face covered
Horse.
in Bukaki juice?
Horse.
Fucking Jim Vicious does. Duh.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. You got me there, Jim. Jim, call me
Horse?
later, okay? No, call me
Horse,
later.
dude.
How do you think that beard stays so conditioned? Proteins, baby.
The soft skin.
Yeah. You got my secret. It's come. Sometimes when it's slow, it's a slow period. I have to use my own. It sucks, you know.
You don't like your own
Yeah,
brand?
because your own's all damaged with like years of cigarettes and fucking shit.
Drugs and
Fucked
just
up
everything.
proteins. Yeah.
I start every day with a protein shake, baby.
Oh, now is it a
Give me your
protein-
PO box. I'll send you some 41-year-old.
There you go. Some dry aged fucking cum. There you go, man.
Middle of
Seasoned.
the, we're in the middle of the top three. Yeah,
We're in the middle of
fucking
the top three.
cunts. Look at like I'm the authority, and we're in trouble if I'm
That
going to be
is
the one to
trouble. That is the
to
trouble.
keep us on track here.
This is why you only have me on every year, once a year.
We haven't had anybody on
We
since
don't have it. Casanova
our boy-
Valentine, was it?
our boy Casanova Valentine came on, and I don't have proof of it, but I expect he was in how do I say it? He was in a very peppy mood that day,
Oh.
I believe, and he just fucking went off. At one point, I just left. Like I just went and like took a piss and got a drink and stuff. And I came back, he didn't even notice. You know,
No. he just
he went on
kept
this.
going.
He like, we love the dude. Don't get me wrong. I love him very much. But yeah, he just took over the show and talked for like an hour straight, just fast and shit. Like,
So he was taking bumps, but not the wrestling kind, is what you're saying.
That's what it seems.
Wow. We got to talk about his doc, and I brought it up, and we're in the middle of the top three, and we're talking about cum beards and all this shit. Oh my god!
Before we move away from the cum talk, okay? Now,
No,
I work with a guy. I work with a guy who was telling me a story about how he used to date this girl who she liked eating, like taking it, in the mouth, but only if he would put it on a burger afterwards. He would come on like a plate, and then they would put it on a burger, and she would eat it later on.
I feel like you're not being serious.
I am being dead serious.
This is a goddamn podcast with you guys got 20,000 followers. Be serious.
30
30.
motherfucker.
30.
Yeah, don't sell me short.
Well, I could attest that. Well, I mean, as far as I know, it's true. He
That
could.
is
I
the
definitely-
weirdest thing I've ever heard.
He could have
I've
been lying.
definitely seen that where like you come into food and shit, and then the broads eat it.
said she didn't like the taste, but she liked eating it. She said she felt like a champ. Yeah.
So she puts it on burgers.
Yep.
That sounds like a Patreon for you guys.
Oh my god!
I mean, there is the orgy in
the
Max's
cum burger
Garage.
tier. Yeah, man,
You
the
can
cum
only get
burger
it if you
tier.
go to the orgy though at Max's Garage though.
Yeah,
Cum burger. There'll be plenty of cum around.
I'm moving us on to the MLW War Games match on the top 3.
Yes,
I fucking enjoyed this.
I enjoyed it too. Not a fan of Barrington Hughes though.
Bariatric use. I am not either.
I'm not a fan.
And they are lying when they say he's 469 pounds. Let me tell you, as a super heavyweight, that dude weighs more than 469. I fucking guarantee you.
Other
Speaking
than
of
that,
being
though,
super
Max is
heavyweight,
good.
I hit a landmark yesterday, down
Oh?
75 pounds. Kiss my ass and suck my dick, everyone.
That's like
Burr,
half
burr,
of a
burr,
person.
burr.
That's like half of a person. Half of a normal person.
That's like a fucking 10-year-old, yeah.
It is. It is. Not me as a 10-year-old. I should have been on that fucking movie. What was that movie with all the kids going to camp? Fat camp?
Heavyweights.
Heavyweights. Yes, I should have been on that movie.
I really liked this match, but that guy, man, like, as a reforming fatty, I just want to be like, dude, you're gonna be dead, brother. This guy's gonna die at like 45 if he doesn't get his shit together.
Yeah.
Surprised you guys didn't have Peter Dune versus Rick O'Shea on this list.
Fuck that finish.
Oh,
the
yeah, the
finish
finish
is what
was
did
garbage.
it. Yeah, the finish is stupid. But I mean, going into it though, you knew that was going to be the finish.
Yeah, well,
I didn't even get invested, you know.
That was
So-
the same thing with me because you knew
Yeah,
there
I
was going to be
didn't-
some kind of tomfuckery because they're not going to take the title off of either one of these guys right now.
You're not gonna
This
give
is
him two belts to one fucking guy ever.
this is where I put my Booker hat on. Yes, they would for Roman, absolutely.
Oh yeah, they were. You're right.
Why
You're right.
didn't they just fucking end it in a time limit draw? They
Right.
announced time limit draws, like, just put it out there that it's a possibility with having the match end that way. Why
Wait,
would you?
they don't put a time limit on their matches.
They always do. They said
before the match starts, they always say the title match is always a 30-minute time limit on TV.
Yeah,
On what,
they always say
NXT?
it.
Yeah.
Well, they're fucking smart then, because WWE doesn't do that shit.
They do from time to time. It's sporadic, but they do it.
You can't make it sporadic. If you announce it, if WWE announces it before a match, it's like, oh, okay, you know where you're fucking going. That's one of those things that it's like, why would you take that out of your bag of tricks as a promoter, as a booker, right? You're like, oh, let's take this tool out of there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at least do that, and then at least you have it there. New
Yeah.
Japan does it. Well, whatever.
Yeah. No, I mean, you shouldn't take anything and take it out and use it again later on because it just tells everybody what you're going to do, where you're going, and what to expect. And that's the worst thing you can do in a wrestling match. And it's like, oh, they announced an hour time limit. Oh, they're going to go close to an hour.
But like you said, anyone watching that was like, okay, this is going to end in a fuck. There's no
Yeah.
way it's not.
No, that's
So,
completely
yeah.
true.
So why give a fuck about it? In this War Games match, though, good shit.
It was.
What the fuck is all that?
I think he's making iced tea.
I'm pouring coffee. I didn't know it'd pick up that hard. Jesus.
Oh, it picks up everything.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Everything. You
you
better not
film me?
fart, it'll come
Can
through.
you send me some of that coffee over here? I'm out. Please.
Yeah, no shit.
It's not Tim Hortons. You wouldn't like it.
Oh, that's an unfortunate but very true joke.
Yeah. The very first spot in this match is Fulton going through a table. I thought that was awesome. Just like the first thing in the match is a guy going through a table.
What cut Fulton in the face and made him bleed everywhere?
Himself, probably. I don't know.
Sharp braid.
I thought it was interesting though, right? In NXT, Fulton, we were always like, "Fuck this guy," but he's actually kind of cool now. A little bit.
I still say
Cooler
fuck
than he
that
was.
guy. He's cooler than he was. That's only because he's in association with like Sammy Callahan, I suppose.
Yeah. And what's
Insanity
who's that
is
other guy?
garbage. Oh, I don't
Yeah.
have a goddamn clue who the other guy is.
You're
Not a
totally
clue.
right. It's insanity. He was garbage. But yeah, good shit. Jimmy Havoc was in there. I really enjoyed. Tommy Dreamer showed up. Abyss,
Yes.
new Impact Wrestling Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Abyss.
Second most illustrious Hall of Fame.
Yeah, a guy who they don't have to worry about WWE trying to put in theirs.
No.
Who's number one? Gail Kim?
What number one for what? The most illustrious
The
Hall of
Impact
Fame?
Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Well,
oh,
you
he's in your Hall of Fame.
Oh no, we were saying that the SCL Hall of Fame is more illustrious. Than
Oh, I
Impact.
thought you meant
That's
TNA.
Oh yeah, it is.
But
Yeah,
they've got
this
Gail
is not-
Kim, Kurt Angle. That's
Hardys,
all I know. Are
Dudleys.
the Hardys in it? The Dudleys? Fair enough.
Yeah,
Did you put
Hardys.
Steve Park in your Hall of Fame though?
Sting is in there.
No, I don't think we have the brother, the law-abiding brother of Abyss in there,
Abyss is not in our Hall of Fame.
and neither is Joseph Park either.
Yeah, I don't know if he would be.
I was a fan of like those garbage matches with Sabu back in like 05.
Yeah, I've heard he's like the nicest guy ever. They booked him for FLW, and Jared hung out and drank beer with him and shit. So he's a fucking hell of a guy. So, but no less. Match ends. Fulton taps to a double barbed wire across the face spot, which is pretty hardcore. I thought it was awesome. I liked this match a lot.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was a fun match for sure.
I wonder if they're going to keep doing that shit where it seems like once a month is a bigger show. And that's a really good idea for them to have like 3 weekly shows and then some kind of a blow off. Cause they just had Battle Riot like a month ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I enjoyed that too. So if you could come up with some kind of it's almost like a pay-per-view, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of what Impact was doing a year or so ago. Where like once a month they would turn their Impact television show into like Victory Road and other shit like that.
Yeah, but that never felt special.
Well, no,
Like,
they would have a
I don't
title
watch-
match. That's about it.
I don't watch MLW week to week, but if you're going to have like War Games or that Battle Riot or a really interesting fucking show once a month, dude, I'll definitely tune in for those.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's our top 3 for the week. Check
You know,
those out.
It's funny to me how WWE tries to fucking trademark and brand everything. It's weird that they don't have War Games trademarked.
And it's
I have
still
no
a show
idea.
in November.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't-
speaking of MLW, they also, because when we were at All In and hanging out at the hotel, fucking Brian Pillman's kid wandered down. So I asked him, I was like, how the fuck do they use the Heart Foundation? He's like, dude, it's not copyrighted. Like, how is that not copyrighted? That's weird as hell.
That is weird. That's weird. What did they call the Heart Foundation when it was Tyson Kidd, fucking Davey Boy Smith's son and Natty? What was that called then?
Was it the New Heart Foundation or something?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, maybe
It's something creative like that. I thought so.
Yeah.
I think it was.
the New Rockers.
It's just
Yeah.
weird. Like, they brand everything. It's kind of odd.
It
I don't know
is
how that
when
works.
obvious things just seep through the cracks. I don't know. Why wouldn't you not?
MLW must also own some old footage. They must own some old Southern footage because you ever watch the beginning of their show starts with like old shit of Dusty Rhodes wrestling and stuff.
Now you could have
Yeah.
gotten that if you, because I believe High Spots has a lot of that stuff on their streaming network. So they could maybe easily could have asked High Spots and maybe gotten to use some of that footage.
Yeah,
But
yeah. So
who
it's
knows?
Or maybe they called James E. Cornette.
yeah.
Would he give any footage to any Bush League promote? You know what I mean? Like what he would call? What did he call him? What does he call shitty promoters?
Outlaw shows, mud shows.
Mud
Mud
shows.
shows?
Yes, mud shows. Would he
Yeah.
really give that to them?
If you don't think that he's working a gimmick and would take money, you're crazy.
Oh yeah, no, it's all a gimmick.
He's on or is he not anymore? He used to be on MLW, or is he still?
No, he's not
yeah,
on
he
there
was, but he broke off.
So maybe he's not a Cord Bauer fan these days. Who knows? From here, man, dude, we got to talk a little bit about Hell in a Cell.
A little bit.
I don't know what.
First, let's talk about that big red fucking cage. That's
Yeah.
the first thing anybody needs to talk about. McDonald's playpen. It was fucking.
Yeah.
Target shopping cart.
Yeah.
Look like two babies in a Target shopping cart. Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
Targets up there in Canada?
Yeah, do we have Targets? I don't think we have Targets anymore. We had. Do you guys have Zellers in America?
That's fucking stupid. What do you even ask?
So then no, I take that as a no. So Target.
You took our Toys R Us, you son of a bitches.
Hey, we don't have Toys R Us anymore either. They're gone.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they're
Oh.
gone in Canada too.
It's like I'm trying to drive a car, and Lynx is sitting shotgun, just grabbing the wheel. It's just like Just like every once in a while, he just reaches over and like grabs the wheel.
I love it.
Well, if you weren't driving stoned, I wouldn't have to.
Yeah, you see? Take the wheel. I got my joint. Take the wheel.
I've done that.
Jesus,
that.
take the wheel.
Jesus.
You're passenger and you got to hold the wheel so the driver can roll a joint. Yeah.
I'm down for that nonsense. But anyway, Target bought Zellers, and then Target went out of business in Canada. There's no more Targets in Canada.
Fuck. I didn't have a real problem with it. Some people were like really mad about it. I thought it was hard to see, when they'd go to the camera outside. I wouldn't want to sit in that arena and watch that shit.
I thought it muddied up the quality of the show because they had like a red glow around the ring with the lighting, and then you had the red cage. And I found when you look beyond, if your eyes look beyond the ring, and you're looking through the cage into the crowd, it just looked like a red mess. It's too much.
Yeah. The most obvious thing to compare it to would be the red gazebo of doom from TNA.
The bird cage.
Yeah, bird cage, gazebo, whatever you like. But overall, I had very, very, very low expectations for the show. And I thought it was actually pretty decent, aside from a couple of dumb booking decisions.
Yeah, I thought the first half of the show went by fairly smoothly, and then I came back the next day to watch the rest, and boy, it went off a cliff.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed by Hardy and Orton until that weird dumb thing at the end with the ref, and he won't count because he's hurt. What's the point of fucking pro wrestling? I just thought that was awful, especially with what you do later.
Well, he counts Jeff reluctantly because he's hurt, and then Braun and Roman are out, and they won't count him at all. It's like, oh, okay.
That's what pro wrestling is. Especially, a Hell in a Cell. I'm getting over an illness, so I'm fucking sick. But yeah, I didn't really understand that.
No, I mean, and we're not supposed to look at WWE with logic because there's no logic in their booking. So we're making our first cardinal mistake.
Yeah, especially with that ending. It's like he F5s Roman on top of Strowman. Just count it. Like, it's the same result either way. Roman still has the title. Who fucking cares?
Yeah. You could still do a fucking match at Crown Jewel, for Jesus' sakes. With Lesnar just rolling in there anyways. That's your match right there.
We'll get to that shit. Becky Lynch becomes champion. I'm surprised they threw a bone to the crowd on that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's about time. It's not a really I don't like the whole fucking thing that they've been doing. The whole feud is just garbage, in my opinion. And
still, she wins the belt. It's this huge pop, and then still on Tuesday they try to fucking make her a heel. I don't get it.
No. It's in spite of themselves.
Halfway through this show, my voice is going to give out fucking completely. I know this already.
I mean,
but
didn't mine go out a couple weeks ago? So it's okay.
Just get some water with some lemon and honey in it.
Yeah.
We had to take a break because you need to get water.
Water, lemon, and honey. Get with it, Jim. Jesus Christ.
Dying, man. What just happened? It's happening. Dying.
What did you think of AJ Styles and Samoa Joe?
You're skipping the tag match. I thought the tag match was the match of the show.
Sorry. It was the match of the show. I agree there. But I knew what you were going to say about that. I just didn't know what you say about AJ Styles and Samoa Joe.
I'm fucking legit dying.
Welcome,
I think it's cool
to
that
the show links. Welcome.
Thank you. I think it's awesome that somehow Seth has convinced the fucking people that make the matches that he can do. He's the only one that can have an indie style match. Just moves.
He somehow convinced them backstage that he's allowed to do that. Hey, it's weird.
Yeah, he's the only one. But that's fine. I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Yeah. They make him look like the best worker they have, and he's probably up there with best worker they have.
I appreciate the new Dean Ambrose offense moveset. Like, I hope he doesn't start to get lazy again, but he actually looks like a fucking real wrestler now, not a garbage punching, wacky line throwing douchebag.
I agree.
Got beat clean on Monday, by the way.
Who beat
So-
him?
Yeah,
McIntyre,
yeah.
right?
Well, it was what Drew. I was fine with it.
Yeah, I mean McIntyre. I can take McIntyre beating a lot of guys.
Yeah, but Joe and Styles, I really didn't. I don't know. I thought it was a boring kind of match. Really,
That's fair. That's fair. I mean,
I don't know.
compared to that tag match, it had a lot to live up to.
and the finish of this match was just fucking stupid.
Fucking stupid.
It was.
Well, I mean, it's you've got AJ Styles, especially if you look at it afterwards. You got AJ Styles, who's the baby face, lying about tapping because you could tell he tapped.
He's got a heel win. You know, he
Yeah.
comes out and he's like, "Well, it was fucked, but I'm still champion." That's a heel thing.
Yeah. Luck was on my side. Why did you say
Thank you.
Jesus was on your side?
Yeah, come on now, not my God.
And then to remedy this on the same show, Joe's mad. He's talking to Paige. They set up a match that wouldn't even cure this issue.
No. What did they set up?
Like no count out, no DQ,
Yeah, there you go.
which doesn't help you at all.
No,
Everybody's
two
like,
refs.
"Oh, they built to a submission match." No, it's
or
not.
two refs. You could do two refs too. That's overplayed. That was not overplayed, but it's a little messy.
I don't think you should ever do two refs.
Well, I'm not a fan of two refs, but when the ref doesn't miss, when a ref misses a call, the obvious choice is two refs.
Who
What
does
if
that?
it's-
Doesn't
what if
somebody
it's
do that in
twin
Mexico?
Hebners?
still?
Hey, one of you guys
Ah.
go. Tell me. I'm waiting.
I was talking about two refs in Mexico. Who does that? I remember seeing it back in, but I don't remember seeing it lately.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't watch
Two
I
refs.
don't watch
It's fucking-
Mexican
They'd have like a
wrestling.
heel ref and a face ref, and fucking, it was really stupid. Anyway, what are you saying, Lynx?
Oh, I said the only time you should have two refs is when it's twin Hebners.
Oh, that's
Yes.
true. That's true.
I'll give you that. It's well done. What else do we have on this? Miz and
Ryan,
Maurice.
Bella, and Miz and Maurice. What'd you think
Awful.
of this?
It was awful. The women are awful. Awful. Finish was awful.
And let's paraphrase that by saying we're not saying all women are awful. We're saying Brie Bella and Maurice are awful.
Just most of the ones who wrestle in WWE. Awful.
Daily DDT, they're awful as well.
Dude, fuck those guys. Fuck that stupid Mark bullshit website. Kiss my ass. Fuckers. I'm glad you brought them up. I was like,
Thank you.
I need to start a list of like all the people I plan to run down on the show this week,
Yeah. There you
lest
go.
I forget them.
You got any more?
Daily.
You ain't got any more? Come on now, you gotta have some more heat. Come on, Jim.
I can't think of any. I argue with people kind of all week.
You do. You're an old curmudgeon old man. You think?
Yeah,
You
that
think,
wa-
Casey-
is the-
or, you think Lynx would be the curmudgeon old man?
Yeah.
Hey,
41.
It's funny because he's older.
I'm hip. I'm with it. Oh.
I thought, yeah, but this is bad. That finish looked like shit. Just Maurice is awful.
Yeah, and to be honest, did any of us expect Maurice to be anything above awful? You know what I mean?
No.
I thought on SmackDown they were gonna do a fucking miscarriage
Miscarriage?
angle. I totally thought that's what was happening. Yeah, when Brian kicked Miz into her and she's like holding her stomach, I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna do a miscarriage angle, but
She's not even pregnant.
PG.
How is she gonna? Is she pregnant again?
Well, who knows? I just figured they'd say it.
It wouldn't surprise me in the least for like next week for them to come out and be like, "Oh, Miz, I didn't know I was pregnant."
Dude, they would never fucking do anything like that. Come on,
Not anymore.
now. No,
Guys, never think that they won't.
Yeah.
Come on.
the only miscarriage here was this fucking match.
No.
Oh,
Because I'm a prom night dumpster baby.
yeah. What else we got? And then just Reigns and Strowman. I thought the show was actually not that bloated, long, 47 matches WWE horseshit that it usually is. This was actually a watchable event.
Yeah, no, it was. I thought that the main event had a lot of smoke and mirrors to hide the fact that you got Braun and Roman in the ring. And
Dude.
What are you talking
confined
about?
to a box.
They only fucking rested for 10 minutes while the real workers did all the shit.
Yeah, just
There's
Yeah.
a lot to dissect here. So the match itself, I thought, before anything else happened, I thought this sucked. It was just boring. And if your top guy and a giant monster can't have an entertaining match in there, and you have to do all this shit, you're in trouble, man.
Yeah, yeah. If you have to climb up to the top of the cell in order to get the crowd to cheer, then fuck.
Crowd didn't give a shit about this match.
No, they didn't give a shit about
Until
any of
shit
this match
started
until everybody started coming down and climbing the cell and shit.
And okay, so climbing the cell. When that was originally done, it made sense. There was a reason for it. Shawn is running away from Undertaker.
Yes.
He tries to run up the thing. That makes sense. Okay, this had no reason. Why did you crawl up there? Especially when you clear the tables before you crawl up there. Are you fucking serious, man? You know what I'm saying?
WWE's about moments, pal.
Yeah,
God
it's all
damn
about
it.
getting your Hell in the Cell moment.
Yeah, and it got fairly exciting when, they're up there fighting on top and shit, but the fall off the side, I don't know.
Well, okay, appease me now. I know this is probably just like a jerk face fan thing to say, but how can you get behind a fall off of halfway through the Hell in the Cell when Joe Blow, Shane McMahon's going to jump off the whole fucking shebang and go through a table? Anyway, how do you get behind the shitty fucking halfway fall?
I don't know. And it's not shitty.
I have an answer for you.
I'd rather see no fall if you're, you know what I mean? Because Shane McMahon will do a full thing and you won't. Come on now.
But Shane McMahon does it, and there's a crash pad. This time there was no crash pad. You see, so
Fine with the crash pad.
That's more.
I'm fine with the crash pad as long
hardcore.
as you don't demand on fucking showing it to me like they do.
Well, yes.
The worst part about that was when you could see Seth and Dolph look at each other and go, "Ready?"
Yeah. Yeah. There's no good way to do that spot, really.
Yeah. And then, so why can't commentary? Why can't, when the guys start crawling up the cage in front of commentary, start clearing it off? Or just do it off camera? I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You're
That part really bothered me.
You're trying to put logic into WWE booking.
Yeah. And then Lesnar, it continuously comes down. And, what's supposed to be this nobody can get inside thing. God damn if people don't get inside of it all the time, huh? Put a fucking shitty little chain on there. I don't know.
Yeah.
He gets in. I think the most impressive thing about what he did was he walked up the door.
He what?
After he kicked in the door, it fell down on the ring.
Oh yes, and he used it as like a ramp.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I wouldn't be able to do that. I'm too fat.
Fuck no. I was actually impressed by that. But yeah, a draw.
I didn't understand why Paul Heyman had to mace Foley as if Foley was going to do anything. That was
reason.
weird.
Yeah. Brock just F5 and boom, he's down and out.
Yeah, they're like, oh, did take out Foley? I mean, did you have to take out Foley? Maybe.
Did you?
Kick him in the knee.
I mean, Lesnar could have shoved him, and that could have been enough. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. He's not even allowed to do that. I don't know.
Probably not, no. It's probably a fireable offense to put your hands on Mick Foley.
Just when you fucking in the Hell in a Cell was first came around, could you imagine like, oh yeah, someday they're gonna be so batshit fucking crazy that they do a draw inside of this thing?
It's a novel concept.
And again, as I said earlier, it didn't matter if they just counted the pin with Roman on top. It's not like that makes Strowman look weak. Fucking Brock beat the shit out of both of them.
Yeah.
Just count it. Like, why does it fucking matter?
Yeah. And it's
They are
still, it'll still lead you to that same three-way because Brock came in and ruined their singles match.
Right.
You can still go the same way without insulting everybody.
They're so afraid to beat guys now. For a company that says that wins and losses don't matter, they are just fighting to death about beating fucking their top guys.
Just Roman.
Well, and kind of Braun too. I mean, they protected Braun here with his finish.
That's true.
Yeah, there was an interview that I read with one of the top creative guys. I don't even remember his name, but he actually straight out admitted in an interview that we really can only focus on strapping the rocket to one person at a time, and we can only focus a story on one person at a time. And so that's why we do 50-50 booking the rest of the time, because we don't really want to hurt the other guys too bad, just in case we want to use them as a top guy later on. Like, he fucking straight up admitted it.
Oh.
Which is like, why do you have 200 people on your roster then?
Yeah.
Right?
Why?
Right? It's so that they can't go anywhere else.
That's exactly why.
No, I know
but-
that's why, but it's like, have enough confidence in your product to like go, okay, well, people can work somewhere else. We're still going to be better. Like, why do you, whatever.
I
It's not.
agree.
Look what
I
they're
agree.
now. Look what they have to do to sell out this show in Australia. It's got to be Undertaker, Triple H,
Shawn
probably Rey
Michaels.
Mysterio, Shawn Michaels, Kane.
Like, literally,
the
they
old
had to
timers.
pull Shawn Michaels out of retirement.
Yeah. This is like if that new generation era, if they'd had like Bruno Sammartino and Hulk Hogan come back and kick the shit out of Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels.
It's like bringing back
Right.
Bob Backlund in 1994. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's dumb. I keep like pausing so that I can cough my head off. Yeah, 5-star podcast.
Either way, that's Hell in a Cell. We missed Alexa Bliss and Ronda Rousey, but
Did we?
exactly,
Didn't.
exactly, we
Mhm.
didn't actually miss it.
I thought it was sucked. Where was that in my list?
It was right before the main event.
Of course it was.
Do you
I
think
thought- why not-
do you think that Alexa injury is kayfabe for Ronda? Because it's her
Oh,
armbar,
I remember they pulled her out of the
Mae Young or mixed match challenge.
that's dedication, I guess. More dedication to injuries than they usually would have.
Well, she was
Yeah,
the
that's
only
why
one.
I think it's real because of that. Like, why would
It's
they?
possible, yeah.
Why would they now suddenly care? Especially,
But I didn't like it.
Especially
Oh, go ahead.
considering the Jeff Hardy match, and like commentary went out of their way to tell you that he's at the hospital, or excuse me, local medical facility, coughing up blood, and then like apparently the next night he worked a house show. It's like,
Yeah, he worked out.
He worked the dark show match on Raw.
Oh, really?
A dark match on Raw. That's what he did. Like, why? Why would he do that? That makes no fucking sense.
no. Like, just don't say anything. Why did you waste the time telling us that he's coughing up blood and then? So that's why I think Alexa's actually probably really hurt.
Probably, you're probably right. You're probably right. As well as Sasha. Sasha's hurt as well.
Oh no.
Oh no, yeah. Evolution is falling apart.
Yeah. Fuck Evolution. We talk about that. But yeah, I don't know. This is for the second pay-per-view in a row, they have to quickly cut away from the show and end it because the live crowd is so angry. Think about that.
Yeah. And just think about what Stephanie McMahon said a couple weeks ago. They're where they are today because they listen to the fans. Oh,
Mm.
proof is in the pudding, boys.
It's cute, cunt.
Hey,
That's
Becky
cute.
won, so there you go.
We got one redeeming factor out of a 3-hour show. That's a win if you ask me in WWE.
Yeah, you got one. Suck on that.
There was one match I would call above average, and that's the tag match.
Yep.
A lot of screwy booking. Just a lot of screwy booking, really. Yeah,
I
they
was-
still
I was-
fucking think Ronda Rousey sucks.
I was a big fan of seeing Randy Orton get fucking cut up, though. I
Yeah,
was.
they got a chunk of meat hanging off his
Oh
leg.
yeah,
That
man,
was-
and I felt vindicated. I was like, yes, that cocksucker's finally bleeding.
I
Wait.
wonder because you know what Randy back in the day when something would go wrong, he'd like just fucking flip out in the ring like he didn't care.
Yeah.
Like Jeff's belt falls off. Randy hits Jeff with the soft side of the belt. Jeff hits him with the studded side. I was surprised that Randy didn't fucking have a conniption.
Just
wonder if
whip
he
his
did
dick out.
backstage. Shake my hand.
On Tuesday, that's what he did. Tuesday, he rubbed his fucking dick hands all over that guy's face.
Ugh.
Smell my finger.
DJ's
From under.
dick. Fucking gross. So yeah, that was Hell in a Cell. I thought, as far as WWE standards, you know, a decent show.
It was a decent show for WWE. I agree.
Yeah. So that out of the way, might as well get into the news of the week.
This week in the news, injuries. cross-eyed guy comes back after getting kicked in the face by a horse. And much more. Over to you, Jim.
I'm Jim Vicious, and this is news to you. What do I want to start off with here?
Let's see here. I don't know, honestly. So let's see. The first three news bits that I have, we've already covered. It was the injuries and Abyss in the Hall of Fame. Ketsuya Kitamura, the big Brock Lesnar dude from New Japan. The reason why we haven't seen him is because he was in a quote-unquote horrible scooter accident and crushed his leg.
Why are you riding a scooter around?
Right? That big old hoss riding a scooter. Can you imagine? Probably has his mouth guard in with the teeth and everything while he's doing it.
I thought he was busted for pot. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was in the Observer this week where they were talking about all the different rumors that had come out on why he wasn't there no more, including like gambling issues and pot issues, and then it's like, nope, crushed his leg in a scooter accident.
What the fuck? Why didn't they just say that at the beginning?
Right? I don't know.
Weird.
Well, it's like, and then you got too like the whole Takahashi thing. It was weeks before they came out and said anything about him.
Yeah. Weird.
That's how they do it. Japan's a different fucking place, I guess.
Bukaki.
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 Jeff
That's where he got
Cobb.
in the accident. That's why, because the road was slippery. Jeez.
Yeah, I wouldn't ride a scooter out in those fucking streets. Bukaki.
Bukaki. That sounds dangerous.
Jeff Cobb won the Battle of Los Angeles.
He did. And we can all watch it in a couple months, I suppose.
Yeah, you can watch it in 3 months on Reel to Reel when it comes in. We're releasing our shows on Reel to Reel now because that's fucking punk rock. We'll release the audio of the show on a cassette. You can listen to it in the car.
Jesus
No, I had heard, if you guys want some potentially real scoop about that,
Please.
is they have to, part of their deal with like bringing all these guys in like that are all in these major promotions is they have to sell it on DVD. They can't stream because of the way that they bring those big guys in. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's
What big guys? They don't have any big guys.
Well, I mean, they get Omega.
Well, they used to.
And the Young Bucks.
They used to. Yeah,
They
but
did, not anymore.
I'm friends with a guy who goes to like all those shows and he knows all the people, and that's what he said is like they can't stream it. They have to sell it as a DVD, which I don't know why, but sure.
Well,
That's
I can see the live streaming part because of the intros, like the entrances are full of copyrighted music. So like you can't really show that live streaming because you'll get crucified and sued. But yeah, I suppose I can get the gist of it, but doesn't mean I'm still gonna watch it.
It doesn't really make sense anymore since WWE took all the big guys pretty much. But yeah, that's the reason.
They also, sticking with PWG, they also announced the lineup for their next event, October 19th, Smokey and the Bandito, which I fucking love. Oh, what a name.
That is anything with Bandito is all good in my books.
Yeah. With Burt Reynolds passing away recently. Well done, lads. Jeff Cobb will be challenging Walter for the World Championship on that.
Oh.
Two hosses. I'm the only one here probably not a fan of Walter, hey?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of him. He's
I haven't
fucking
either. It's ignorant of me to say I'm not a fan of him because I haven't seen enough of him.
Yeah. You know, the match that's gonna fucking sell this show though is Bandito and Ray Phoenix will be facing off for the first time they've ever met in a singles match.
Have you seen that Omega and Ray Phoenix are going to have a match in sometime this year at some indie promotion? That's probably going to be a great match as well.
Who is?
Omega and Ray Phoenix.
Oh, dude, yeah. That's pretty cool. They also got a three-way between Ray Horace, Filamita, and Puma King. Puma King debuted in Bola and was super over with the crowd, even though a lot of people, like Ryan Satin, Punk, didn't know who he was.
Like, I'll admit I've never actually seen him work, but at least I know the name.
Well, exactly. Yeah, most guys do know the name Puma King. I can't say I've seen a huge amount of Puma King, but I do know of Puma King.
Evidently, that PWG crowd was like fucking super into him.
Oh yeah.
So, which I'm kind of into the guy, but he's kind of comes off like he sort of looks like somebody from the production of Cats. He's kind of got like a fucking
Who is the Bengal tiger in Lucha Underground?
what?
Remember that
Oh,
white tiger
God.
guy in Lucha Underground?
Yeah, I can't think of who he was. Oh, fuck.
They should be a tag team. Puma King and White Tiger guy.
I don't remember a white tiger
You
guy in
don't
Lucha.
remember a white tiger, a fat white tiger with a belly? You don't remember?
Oh,
He wore like
yeah,
white
yeah,
tiger
yeah.
hat and he's fucking dope.
oh
You
God,
look
what
like-
was his
I
name?
can't remember. I think it was something like start with Bengali or I don't.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Bengala.
Is it?
No?
Holy shit, guys! You're talking to the guy that can't tell Scottish and Irish people apart because of his ignorance. I got that right. Good.
Pretty sure they
Benghazi.
probably look the same.
Yeah, Benghazi is a dope wrestler.
To me, all white people look the same.
Hey, I think that Puma King should look like that guy from Tekken that had the Puma mask.
Yes.
Yeah, King. Yeah,
Fucking right. The blue pants.
that's good.
Fucking-
Fuck, King is awesome.
Yeah, long boys. Come on, Puma King.
You
Yeah.
hear about this indie guy named Effie Gibbs?
Not
No?
a fan.
So he's a homosexual wrestler, right? And
Mhm.
I mean, we don't have any problems with that here. But
Oh,
he
no.
wrestled on cards with Lacey Evans, and
Oh, yeah.
He
He's
tweeted
the one that
out-
power bombed that girl, right?
Yes.
The little girl.
yes, and so she announced that her DLC content was going to be on 2K19, and his following tweet was, "Hopefully, your DLC has a taunt where she's homophobic behind your back in a locker room until she sees you have pre-workout
Ooh.
she can borrow."
Oh my.
Yes.
How do you borrow pre-workout?
I don't know. Drink it from the same glass. Like, does she think she'll get like? She seems homophobic. Does she think she'll get AIDS from drinking pre-workout from a gay guy?
Why do I need Lacey Evans in anything, let alone a DLC?
Right? Who's going to play as Lacey Evans? Who?
Lacey Evans.
Lacey
Is
Evans
Lacey-
will, yeah.
Is Lacey Evans that like fucking looks like a middle-aged mom
Yeah, just 'cause
who's
she
really
is a
into
middle-aged
fitness?
mom.
Yeah, she's like the pinup girl, the 50s pinup girl. Get it?
Yeah, she's like the kind of looks like the kind of broad, not even that your grandfather would jack off to in World War II. Because at least they were jacking off to like round, sexy looking women, not fucking.
Lacey
Yeah,
Evans.
that chick sucks, and I wouldn't even be surprised. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, every NXT show that I've been to that when they come to Phoenix, I always had to endure her and Vanessa Bourne. Awesome.
Wait, no. I would endure Vanessa Bourne any day
Yeah,
of the
Vanessa-
week. She is the taller fudge hottie of the millennium, in my opinion. I fucking love her. I would
She's
eat
sexy.
peanut butter out of her asshole.
Peanut butter booty time, peanut butter booty time. I would eat something that's not brown out of her asshole.
I would eat brown stuff all day out of her asshole. Wouldn't care, man. Because you know what, man? I'll just be tweeting out, eating peanut butter out of Vanessa Bourne's asshole.
Chocolate, peanut butter,
Chocolate.
cookie
honey.
dough.
His name is Fudge for a reason, fellas.
Exactly. I love all the fudge.
That's probably how he got the name.
yes. My ancestors.
A long family of,
of
fucking
asshole
ass-
pokers. It's funny because my nickname in high school is Fudge Fingers.
Wow.
My great grandfather was an asshole leader. My grandfather was an
That's
asshole
why
leader.
my grandfather went blind. Eating all that
I'm an
asshole.
So I don't mean to take the wheel from you here, Jim, but did you guys see that LeBron James shit on Ellen?
No. Tell me about
Oh
it. Bro.
fuck! He's doing a blindfold thing where like they blindfold him and then he like tastes something, right? So they give him a kiwi and he licks it and he's like, "Oh, it's a kiwi," and they're like, "Oh, how did you know that?" And he's like, "Oh, whatever." And then he goes, "For a minute there, I thought it was ass." Like, okay,
Yes. It felt like an
LeBron
asshole.
eats ass. Yeah.
Yes, I seen that. It's fucking great.
Oh,
I have
I thought
nothing
it was
against.
ass.
I have nothing against eating ass, but if I made as much money as that guy, I wouldn't be eating anyone's ass. I don't give a fuck.
Got
They'd
that
be eating
Space
your
Jam
ass.
2 money.
Exactly. I've made fucking $20 million a year, $50 million a year, whatever. I need no fucking ass. I'll hire somebody to
Sits on
come over
my
and
ass
fuck.
with your teeth.
I'll hire someone to come over and eat your ass before I fuck you or something. Shit. Get out of here. Yeah, I don't know. What else we got? The Evolution card evidently leaked. Have you seen this? Do you think it's real?
Well, okay, what was Shane Baszler's match on there? Because they announced Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler. So we'll see. We'll know now if that was a true card or not.
See, I don't. There's a million matches on here, so of course it's like fucking hard to even see. Carmella talk show with members of Glow. Evidently, this says.
I'm going to fucking just off myself during that episode. I don't want to see that at all.
I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do this. How are they gonna set up Asuka, Ember Moon? You know, this is probably bullshit. I don't know.
Well, how would you set up Asuka and Ember Moon when they're on completely different brands?
Yeah. You know, everyone was talking about this, so I grabbed a link to it. But now I'm looking at it. What? I don't see anything in here. I don't see that match at all on here. So.
You think they actually have to set something up? Come on, guys. WWE.
Yeah. I mean, we all know what this show is. This show is just a make piece for the women 5 days before Crown Jewel. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Imagine if he did that with any other minority. I guess they're kind of a minority in the business. That would be weird, right? An all black show and then like an all white show or something. It would be very.
It would come off like the Negro League in baseball. Is it safe to say that? Because that's what it was called before, Negro League, right? Am I wrong?
I'm just kind of sitting over here watching this. I'm like, I couldn't get involved in this, but get allowed to watch him struggle a little bit first.
See, okay, look, this leaked Evolution.
That was your out. I gave you a chance to get out right there.
Sorry, no, but I found my answer to my question that I asked you 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
In the leaked card, it says Kairi Sane versus the winner of the NXT Battle Royal. And that Battle Royal is supposed to take place earlier that night. So obviously that card is trash. You can't take it for what's worth.
Although they did do. Yeah.
They literally announced like 2 days ago or yesterday that Kairi Sane is going to defend against Shayna Baszler. So it's already and they already.
They've been. Oh no, never mind.
No, go for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought the winner, the title was for the winner of the Mae Young, but it's not. It's the finals of the Mae Young are going to be on that. That'll be like the one good match probably.
And then you look here. This card also says Rhea Ripley versus Ginny versus Killer Kelly versus Dakota Kai for an NXT UK Championship. Tony Storm's the champion.
Well, there you go.
Right? So like, the fuck.
Good. Well, fuck that card then.
What I want to know is if they would have the balls to put on Io against fucking Kairi and have a total Joshi match and make everyone else look ridiculous on that card. They don't have the balls, I'm sure.
I don't think they do have the balls to do that.
That would be amazing, yeah. That would be awesome.
I think NXT take over New York, New Jersey, whatever the fuck it's going to be for WrestleMania. I would hope that we would get a Kairi Sane Io Shirai match.
Can you imagine a Kairi Sane Io Asuka fucking triple threat? Holy shit!
In NXT, not in in NXT it'd be dope.
I've said that before. I don't think you're ever going to see an Asian versus Asian match on main card WWE. I don't see it.
No,
probably
Vince.
not. No, unless it's like a tag team breaking up.
Yeah. Yeah, right. That's the only time anybody of like the same race really gets to fucking wrestle on there, other than white people, of course.
Let's stick with Japan here for a second. Naito done an interview with Tokyo Sports saying that they are going to announce a new member of Los Ingobernables de Japón. And this decision's made because Takahashi thinks that the balance is off on the team and they need to add a fourth member.
Oh,
which to me sounds like Takahashi is going to be out for a very, very long time.
Yeah, it's going to be at least a year.
Yeah. And
it's going to come back to the biggest fucking pop ever.
Oh, yeah. Just going to be a king upon kings. But then, who do you think would be the newest member of Los Ingobernables? It's going to have to be a junior heavyweight, I'd imagine, because they like to do their stables that way to have a little bit. They got the tag team, the junior, the heavyweight. So, who would you think would be
their stables fucking logically? That's the best way to do it.
Right?
That's fucking awesome, yeah.
But who would you pick to be the LIJ newest member?
Oh, man. Someone new?
I would go with somebody new.
Yeah. I don't know who
I'd
you'd
go
pick
so
from
far
the-
as to say even Neville.
Oh, yeah.
I want Neville in Lij, excuse me, and Neville in the Tongue and Bullet Club. I want him in both. Can you do both?
We can clone him. We have the means.
I was going to bring that up. You kind of brought that up before we started recording, too. It was like, where is this guy? Okay, we heard he's available. It was like, maybe he'll be an all in. He wasn't. But what the fuck? Nothing else is happening, man. Where is this guy?
Maybe he lost his smile for real and he's never coming back.
He's not even on. He hasn't even made a Twitter post, like, hey, fuck, anything. Like, no one knows what's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just going around England with his hair tied up in a bun, his floppy ears, and his glasses.
Eating big ass apples.
Yeah. With his fucking great big polo shirts buttoned right up to his Adam's apple. That's just what he's doing, man. He's living life.
Every, live kind of show, both those Japan shows, I was just waiting for it.
Yeah, I'd like to see him in Japan. I really hope that's where he goes, because, fuck, man, he could do some damage over in Japan.
Yeah.
Do you think that they would put him in heavyweight, or would they? Because one of his problems with WWE was they promised him that he'd get off 205 Live, and they didn't. I can't see him going to Japan and be like, "Yeah, I'll be a junior." Like I feel like
different. That's a completely different thing, though.
That's the only thing I would say is because their junior heavyweight division at least is taken somewhat seriously. Like there's always the talk of New Japan looks down on their junior heavyweights a little bit, but at least in New Japan, you've got a way out of the junior heavyweight. You know what I mean? You can there is a door. It's not a ceiling, it's a door. You can walk through that door and make it to the heavyweight division. Whereas we all know if Leo Rush wasn't black and going to be Bobby Lashley's fucking guy, they would never let him off 205 Live. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they would never let him off there because what cruiserweights are on Raw anymore? None, ever.
Finn Balor, Seth Rollins.
Finn Balor hasn't been on.
But yeah, we said that before. That was where they were foolish with Neville. You should use the cruiserweight belt to build guys to move up in there. When he lost the belt, he could have moved into something with Balor or Rollins or any of those fucking guys.
It's an easy transition.
Yeah.
Hell, they gave Neville a great match against. Who was his open challenge match against that one time? Was it John Cena?
Oh, that was Seth.
Was it Seth? Yeah, and that match was fucking balls to the wall, man. It was great.
Yeah. Dudes, they just now figured out to fucking record 205 Live before SmackDown after 2 fucking years. So.
Oh man!
What everyone said before they even fucking started, before the first one ever took place, every wrestling podcast is like, "This is stupid." Then they stuck with it forever. I don't know why it's still a thing. They moved it to Wednesdays now. Why?
It's just like
who watches it?
Have you ever been to your own house shows? Like the crowd, when they get there, they'll fucking pop for anything because they're just hype. At the end, no. Like, how do you? What the fuck?
How do you fuck that up? Yeah. After fucking sitting through an awful SmackDown,
Yeah.
Pat.
I agree. I don't have the gumption to watch 205 Live. Like I seen Cedric Alexander and Drew Gulak do whatever the fuck that was, and that was fantastic. But that's all I want to see of 205 Live is just a 10-second clip. That's it.
Yeah, right. That's exactly
it.
If
you can't, if you take Grand Metalik and you can't make him a viable star, I don't give a fuck about your hour time slot. Not a fucking single shit.
What was the great match that was on there recently? It involved Murphy and
was it Ali or Murphy and Cedric or I don't know.
Oh, I think it was Murphy and Ali. Yeah, they had that fucking kick-ass match on there.
It's hard to remember because you only get 4 different variations of a match.
7 guys that are on that fucking show.
Fuck.
Yeah, if you haven't watched the Buddy Murphy fucking Ali trilogy, you really should, Tyler, because it's fucking fantastic.
I think I've seen one of them.
Who knew that fucking Murphy was going to be that, you know, awesome? He's amazing.
Coined as an ass fuck twin on this show for years, and then he comes out and just fucking kills it.
Yeah.
Like, I was ready to make so much fun of Buddy Murphy until I seen that match. I was like, oh.
But that motherfucker ain't 205. I don't give a shit what you say.
True that. Sticking with Japan, New Japan has a new video series, English video series on YouTube called The Recount. And it's Kevin Kelly bringing context and shit to New Japan, talking about there's a new one out about Bullet Club betrayals and shit. So super cool, actually. Worth checking out.
I will have to check it out.
Have you checked out the Shibata documentary?
No, I didn't know there was a Shibata documentary. Tell me more, please.
Is it in English?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's just basically about like him running the dojo and shit. But the best part about it is like the voiceover is so Japan. It's like, oh wow, Shibata, you look like you are doing great. This looks like a real fun place to be. It's awesome. Another YouTube show that you guys should check out if you haven't yet. But El Chica La Luchadora has his own show too on there, a little documentary that's fucking hilarious.
That must be the most historic show I've ever seen because he's been around for 200 years, hasn't he?
Stone Cold's on there, like Xbox on there. It's fantastic.
Can you imagine Stone Cold just reminiscing about his match against El Chico del Luchador?
Well, no, that's not what it is. He comes up to him and he says that Stone Cold stole all his gimmicks, his middle fingers, his stunner, and everything. And he's like, "Yeah, you know, I was just a shitty wrestler. Then I saw you, and I stole all your shit, El Chico."
That's fucking fantastic.
But he goes, my finisher, my greatest finisher ever. It is a rock bottom into a stunner, into a big boot, into a sharpshooter. It's fucking amazing.
Let's check that shit out. And it's kind of related to Japan. I guess Rey Mysterio has been signed, allegedly. And his first match is rumored to be Shinsuke Nakamura.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Should be Andrade, in my opinion. I think that's the best option.
Well, see, this is the thing, though. Vince apparently is stupidly high over Andrade. That must be why he's making him cut those horrible-ass promos. And he probably doesn't want to put him against Ray because Ray's got to win his first match, right?
It doesn't have to be his first match, but I'd have Ray come in, beat somebody, and then I would have him lose to Andrade.
I agree because then you got, you're cementing your next Mexican star because that's what Andrade should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know if he should be.
Well, I mean, who else is going to be it?
They got a lot. I mean, I don't know. I guess they're not going to do it with a luchador, I guess.
But
hey, Pero, I'm back. Alberto,
hey, Mass.
Oh, fuck off. I do not want to see Del Rio ever again.
God, fuck
Pero.
But
wouldn't that be the ultimate Vince thing to bring back Del Rio and put him on SmackDown with Paige being there every day?
Oh, that's exactly what they do. They're not dating no more, so you guys can be on the same brand again.
That's right.
That'd be fun. That shakes things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Who's she fucking now? She's got to be fucking somebody around there.
Who knows, man? Who knows? I
Mm.
mean, she can come over here, I suppose. I had something else I was going to mention about it. Is it Tom Phillips? Really?
No, I don't know.
Face fucking.
Face
fucking
Phil?
shit out of her.
Yeah.
This happened a while ago. I forgot about it. Remember we talked about a Tommy having a match in Noah? I finally watched it
totally
yesterday.
spaced through my mind. Can he move his arms any good over in Japan? Has that changed?
Well, I don't know.
Or is that
He was
just
against
everyday thing now?
Marafuji, who is pretty broken down in the arms himself. He's got a big weird arm fucking piece on and shit. It was actually a really good match. I really enjoyed it. But it's like 3 weeks old. I forgot about it.
Ancient wrestling years.
Well, on this show, it definitely is fucking ancient news there.
We were talking about documentaries. We might as well touch on our boy Casanova Valentine's Vice documentary.
Yeah. Yesterday. It's like 15 minutes. It's definitely worth a watch. I felt like a proud fucking father watching it.
It was like, because I was out in the living room with my roommate, and I was like, oh, man, holy shit. Because that was when you sent me the message about Casanova Valentine's doc, and I was like, oh, man, let's watch this. I was like, oh, man, I feel so proud. It's like, oh. He didn't talk so much there, though.
Yeah, right?
He wasn't on something there. It was weird.
The first thing I was like, he's looking at me. He's all relaxed and shit. Yeah, it's really awesome. Shows like, everything behind the no ring death matches he's been doing and shit. And
going to the
like we knew him way before all this shit.
Before the first no ring death match.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, coughing.
That's okay, man.
Back when he was just kind of still doing like regular indie wrestling and shit. Yeah. So it was funny too because he came on originally and was like, I want to fucking do this. Like my aspirations to do Tournament of Death and to wrestle Schlack. He's like, oh, I want to wrestle Schlack so much. He's fucking done all those things now. It's awesome.
And who the fuck says, right, that One of my goals in wrestling is to wrestle Schlack. You know?
Fucking madmen like Casanova Valentine, dude. You are a fucking madman. There are a few people in pro wrestling who I'm legit have fear for, and that is Schlack is one of them.
Yeah. Schlack and New Jack. I wouldn't say shit to New Jack. I cut off Scott Steiner in a parking lot once. That puckered up my butthole too.
Yeah.
I was ripped.
Was it at a Shoney's?
No, it was at the San Jose International Airport during WrestleMania 31 weekend. It was scary. I was ripped out of my mind. I crossed the street and I cut off Scott Steiner in doing so, and he followed me into the parking lot. And then I did some magical maneuvering around the parking lot and got away.
If he'd have called you fat, that would have been amazing.
Hell yeah. that would have been great if I drove by and he's just like, oh, fat! Just cut a fucking promo on me. Just saying how, like, percentages of me having a heart attack at an early age or something.
Yeah.
33
but everyone should...
chance of your left ventricle becoming blocked and dying suddenly.
Everyone should definitely check out that doc on the Casanova Valentine. It's fucking pretty awesome.
It is. I agree. I loved it.
Give the lad a shout. Speaking of Schlack, though, did you see that spot from, I don't know what show, where Schlack takes a Canadian destroyer off of a balcony through a table?
No, I can't say.
And it is not the finish of the match somehow. I don't know.
Oh, right. Yes, I did see that because the finish is something else absurd.
The finish is him fucking with a flaming elbow.
Yes.
Off the balcony, which in itself is crazy. That fucking Canadian destroyer is one of the crazier fucking spots I've seen recently.
I'm just going to say this. Schlack, I'm afraid of you, so I got nothing to say about that spot. That's all I got to say.
I'm Facebook friends with him. He knows all about me.
That's fucking dangerous. Like, you're asking
dangerous
for it, buddy.
I mean, I have no problem with, like, if you want to do crazy.
Thinks you're a spot monkey.
No, if you want to do crazy shit, I mean, that's your own deal. But I just feel like eventually someone's gonna fucking die or get severely injured at a pro wrestling show in America, and it's gonna be a black eye that everyone's gonna have to wear. Some motherfucker dies in the ring. Every promoter, including the WWE, is going to feel that shit. It's going to be all over the news. Oh, he fucking died. There's going to be cell phone video. It's going to be on TMZ. It's going to be fucking everywhere. And it's going to be bad for everybody. So think about that before you take Canadian destroyers off of fucking balconies.
Well, it's the fucking promoter ultimately who's like, yeah, do whatever you want. Fucking idiot.
I mean, don't even, those old CZW spots too. Who the fuck? Zandig and I don't even know who that was. The off the top of a building through
Joey
glass.
Janela. Zandig and Joey Janela.
Yeah.
Into the fucking back of a truck.
That's probably who will be involved in whatever fucking crazy spot goes awry. That guy'll do anything. He doesn't give a fuck.
Well, he's hurt now, so.
Oh, is he hurt now? At All In?
Oh, yeah, you didn't see the. No, he last night he posted, or somebody posted, and he talked about to him diving off. It's the thing with wrestling. It's like the moves that aren't really that hard that ends up fucking people up. He just dives off the top rope onto the floor, and his knee like totally collapses it on itself. It's disgusting. So yeah, he's fucked for a while.
Oh shit!
Our boy fucking Mikey G got hurt over the last weekend by going down a flight of stairs. Like, dude, what are you doing, man? In a bar wrestling fucking thing, like no ring and shit, like a bar fight. Fucking down the stairs, like twisted his knee and banged his head and shit. Like, goddamn, man.
Well, shit.
Crazy motherfuckers.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say during the Z1, you're not going to tell them that you can go out and do whatever you want, hey?
No. We're actually not even going to encourage. We don't even want fucking death matches of any kind. I don't even find those particularly entertaining myself.
I will agree with you there. I'm not a huge fan of death matches myself.
So.
I like it if there's some wrestling in there.
If
you watch a CZW tournament of death, if it's 3 hours long, you get 15 minutes of wrestling.
Yeah, I don't get that shit.
I don't know. I'll watch deathmatch wrestling. I don't care if that's what you guys want to do to each other. I'm cool with that. Whatever. I wouldn't want to promote it though, as you're saying. But yeah, that's the news of the week. Unless you got anything else.
Sunny is getting out of jail.
Oh.
She's been in there for 7 months due to missed court dates of a DUI arrest. So anybody who's out there waiting for that Cam show, or maybe want to fuck her for money, I'm sure you could probably do it. She's gonna be looking.
I want to fuck her for money.
She's gonna be
I just
on
want
the
to be
prowl.
Eskimo brothers. I want to be Eskimo brothers with my fucking childhood heroes, man. You be
I wanna be
Eskimo
a-
brothers with Shawn Michaels. Come on, dude. That's awesome. It's
Maybe
fucking
you'll
awesome.
inherit that wonky eye.
Yeah. I just think like being Eskimo brothers is a special relationship, you know? Being Eskimo brothers with fucking all those wrestlers, that's dope, dude. Yeah, me and Chris Candido fuck the same broad. That's awesome.
And you know, like going through a round of penicillin, it could be worth it, right?
Yeah, I'd say it's worth it.
So
Worth
if
it.
you went to a meet and greet with Shawn Michaels after this happened, you'd be like, Sonny, I fucked her. Is that
Yeah.
the first thing you'd say?
Dude,
I
Eskimo
would.
bros. Man.
I would.
Yeah.
If I fucked Sonny and I met Shawn Michaels, I'd be like, we're Eskimo bros, bro.
Yeah, fucking awesome, dude. I have like me and my friends didn't swap around girls a lot, but me and my friend did become Eskimo brothers without our knowledge. He like banged this girl when we were like pretty much kids, and then like it's like fucking 6-7 years ago, I show up at a barbecue. He wasn't there, but at a barbecue, and somebody's like, "Oh, that's that girl." Like, fuck, we're Eskimo bros. So yeah, it's good shit.
Good.
I like being Eskimo bros with people.
It is it's a high class, make you feel like family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever watch The League, it's fucking.
The League is a
They
good
have like
show.
they have like a whole fucking club of Eskimo brothers. It's fucking awesome. All right, man. So you started up Zealot Pro Wrestling. Why don't you tell us about it, man? I haven't even really got to talk to you that much about what's going on with that shit.
Yeah, we're doing something real stupid, and we're trying to do pro wrestling because we're stupid, I guess.
Well, I mean, you're living my dream.
If there was a
Yeah.
time to do it, right now is the time to do it, kind of.
Exactly.
I feel like probably the time to do it was a year ago, but we'll see if we can still catch the wave.
Well, like, how
Um,
many promotions are in the Arizona area, anyways?
Now there's like 5. A year ago
really?
there was 2. Yeah, including us. And fucking 3 of them are running the same night, January 25th, 2019. But our show's the only one worth going to, obviously.
Obviously.
Obviously, because we're having a tournament to crown our first champion, the Z1 Championship Tournament. Wink, wink.
Ah,
Great.
there you go.
And,
I love it.
So far announced, we have Ricky Bandel, Ricky Mundo, who straight up fucking stabs people and kills them on Lucha Underground. So that'll be fun.
Mhm.
He's bringing his doll, as far as I know.
I was just going to ask, is it with the doll?
Yeah, definitely with the doll. Owen Travers, if you've never seen him work, you should. He was a product of the House of Truth training school, so he's badass as shit. And then famous dick wrestler Joey Ryan has been announced.
So what you're
Yeah.
saying is Jim Cornette's going to talk about your show, probably.
Oh, well, we'll see if any video gets to him.
With any luck, right?
I'll
With any
send
luck.
it to him if you want me to.
All right, cool. Yeah, we plan on streaming it live, hopefully on Facebook or Twitch or something like that. I am going to request to take the dick spot before the show starts.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch his dick. I'm gonna touch it.
I'm going to touch his dick. I can't wait.
And we're announcing a 4th participant today, Jarrell Nelson, another California dude, jacked as fuck. Just posted a video of him deadlifting 425 pounds 10 times like it was nothing.
Oh, wow.
So
Jesus.
that's a hoss motherfucker right there.
It is a hoss.
And we got another 4 names to come. Total of 8-man tournament. Again, single elimination. Winner gets the title. And we have another Lucha Underground fella to announce pretty soon, but we're keeping that under wraps until it's time to announce.
Oh, shit, son.
And where
Yeah,
can they
people-
follow you guys to get these announcements?
At Zealot Wrestling on Twitter, please, everyone that listens to the show, give us a follow. Even if you don't live in Arizona, if you're coming to town for the Royal Rumble, we'll be posting ticket links. We'd love to have you there at the show. Royal Rumble now seems to be a destination event where people are going to fly in, and we'll test and see if Phoenix really has the market to handle all this pro wrestling. But I think we're going to put on a fantastic show. It's at the Unexpected Art Gallery. It's downtown Phoenix. You know, wrestling is an art, so why not have it in an art gallery, right?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
If
So, yeah,
there's
no-
anything our boy Casimo Valentine has taught us is that wrestling is art.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, he's got a documentary on Vice. Fuck. So yeah, it's going to be a nice, classy building. Like I said, brand new ring, all top-notch competitors. We are going to have a women's match. We haven't announced them yet, so we're waiting on that. But yeah, at Zealot Wrestling, you can follow us on Facebook, Zealot Pro Wrestling. So thank you guys for the chance to put this show over, and hopefully it's a success so we can actually do another one.
Hell yeah, man! I hope for the best for you. That's like the fucking pro wrestling fan cream dream right there.
Of
So
course.
it's awesome.
I've been
Fucking
booking
awesome.
fantasy feds on my fucking Total Extreme Warfare for years. So come
What
on.
is
Why
that?
don't you start a promotion? Isn't wrestling hot in Canada there, buddy?
No.
No?
There's been two companies come through here since I've lived here for 10 years in Grand Prairie, Alberta. In all of Alberta, and Alberta's a big province. There's 3 companies, I believe, maybe 4. In northern Alberta, there are 0 companies that run locally. One company tried to. They did 2 shows and then canceled everything else. And now we get a couple times a year hotshot Danny Duggan, who wrestles for MLW.
Yeah, he wrestles. He also wrestles for FLW. He wrestles around here a lot.
FLW is who I meant to say. Sorry, I feel like a dick.
Oh, okay.
FLW is who I meant to say. And then he's also got his he does the CWE here in Canada, which is Canadian Wrestling Elite, and he also does Midwest Wrestling Elite or something. They're having their first show in a couple months. So
We have 2 here. We have
Really?
FLW and then like one that's even like just. What are the levels of indie, right? I mean, there's a level of indie like FLW or already what you're establishing your Zealot to be, where you're bringing in guys, bigger name guys. So you look at a flyer and you're like, I know who that guy is. I know who that guy is. What are the ones that are like dudes who really probably can't wrestle? And like, what are those? Those are like a different level of. Those are what real mud shows are.
yeah.
Shows with shows with Joey Ryan aren't mud shows, motherfucker.
And it's
So
one
it's
of
like fat guys and shit, and rednecks and like Punisher t-shirts.
And here in Canada, well, there, or at least in Alberta, there's really nobody of name except for that Michael Blaze guy that goes on 205 Live every now and then. That blonde hair guy that looks like he's Tom Petty wannabe. Always
No
gets
idea.
crushed by Braun on WWE television. That's the only Alberta wrestler that's made it to a TV show.
A blonde-haired wrestler? Jeez,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like 1 in
right?
a million.
He's like really short, no muscular definition whatsoever. Blonde hair, used to have like the pink highlights. Corey Graves makes fun of him all the time. But
So, speaking of people that Braun Strowman has crushed, the guy that we're announcing today, Joel Nelson, he was one of the people crushed by Braun Strowman.
really? Oh.
Yes. He, I don't know if you guys remember, he's an African-American dude, and he was interviewed, and they asked him what it's going to be like to face Braun Strowman. He's the one that didn't talk. He just shook his head. And, like, looked like he was going to shit himself.
I thought you were going to say it's the guy who likes sweaty men or whatever.
No. No.
There's a top 3. Okay, let's say this. There's a top 3 for most memorable people crushed by Braun Strowman. Number 1 is obviously James Ellsworth.
Yes.
Number 2 is the black dude who said that he likes sweaty men. And I feel like, now I'm a little bit partial, but I feel like number 3 is our boy Mikey G.
I knew you were going to
Fucking-
put Mikey G in there.
It's gotta be Mikey G. You should book Mikey G and Zealot. What's up? Where he's out there in the Zupa pants and shit and a headband. He's got like the fucking Hogan. He's doing like the Hogan breathe and shit for his
Yeah, that dude's
promo.
awesome.
He's also the guy that did that clown with the gun, right?
Yeah, well, that's one of the things he does. He does
Yeah.
wrestle as Dirty Ronald. Yeah. He got they were kind of gotten some shit because they used a gun in an I Quit match. It's fucking hot. Open a gun to a dude's head and I Quit.
Did he quit?
Oh yeah, he quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like
Did he
would
have
love
to the gun, or did he have the gun to his
he
head?
had
I
the
don't
gun.
recall.
No, he's the one with the gun because he was the unhinged clown.
I mean, that's a way to win for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
Yeah,
only
we
is
wanna-
that guy a good wrestler, he's fucking a stand-up comedian as well, and he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, we'd like to book him. We'd like to book people all over the country. The problem is, like, starting out, we gotta like travel. The travel is the fucking thing that kills you.
Yeah.
You know, paying for
Yeah.
people to come in. So if we get
Close
successful,
to California, though, at least. I mean, you're close to like the hotbed, you know.
yeah. That's the thing. Is like most of our people are from California and Vegas. So there you go.
Yeah, good shit. And yeah, speaking of MLW, Jared will be coming on here next week, maybe a week after that. They have a big event coming up that's going to be streamed online. I'm going to be watching it and live tweeting it. So
You're talking about All Hallows Eve?
I am talking about that, yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, I knows what's up.
Dick, he adds L, he adds S's and stuff.
As I call FLW MLW, and I pluralize everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
FLW is fully loaded, right?
Yes.
yeah, fully love wrestling.
Yeah, that dude's been doing it for a long time, so maybe I should pick his brain.
Dude, Jared
Jarrett's
is dead.
smart as fuck.
Smart as fuck about pro wrestling, yeah, definitely.
He really is.
You can hear him on the Pay-Per-View Take Two podcast. I feel like we weren't going to do it here, but I feel like we should just transition to his hot takes right now.
Well, I was just going to say, Jim, you can hear him on the Pay-Per-View Take Two podcast, and right now we have a little blurb called Jarrett's Hot Takes. So let's do this.
Jared's Hot Takes.
Oh, it's Jared's Hot Takes. Don't sing it, just bring it, brother man. I say brother man because I know like most of you motherfuckers out there in Suplex City Land are dudes. Let's be honest, it's a sausage party up at this bitch, and you know what? I'm fine with that. Jared's Hot Takes with a triumphant return this week after Hell in a Cell. But let me just say, this week's Jared's Hot Takes brought to you by Fully Loaded Wrestling on ND Sports Channel. You can find them on Facebook, October 21st,
Holy
All
shit.
Hallows Eve. That's a Sunday night, motherfucker. Better believe you better tune in. ND Sports Channel. We got all kinds of stuff going on. Eli Drake, Impact Wrestling star, taking on the Anarchist, the official PBR pro wrestler, Eric Cannon. There's Darren Corbin. There's all kinds of amazingness going on that night, including yours truly on the call. That's right. I will be on commentary live on ND Sports Channel. Jared's Hot Take number one. Jared's hot take number one is this. Let me just say, I am still not buying in to Roman Reigns. Ain't happening. They got to put so many people in Roman Reigns matches. They got more people involved in Roman Reigns matches because it's got to be a hodgepodge because the motherfucker ain't over. He can't get a cheer. He can't get it would be silence if it was just Roman Reigns out there against anybody. So they gotta put so much schmoz into it. Man, they got more people than a frat house ookie cookie party. I'll tell you what, I'd rather eat that cookie than watch another fucking Roman Reigns match into the no contest. Jesus Christ, that motherfucker. Let me just say, man, they ruined that guy. He's a talented dude. I know I'm breaking off from what Jim and Tyler say. He's a talented guy. They just ruined the character. They don't know what they're doing. They have no clue what they're doing. But I say they don't know what they're doing. They're about to make $480 billion, roundabout estimate, off of like Saudi Arabia and all these different super shows, and $1 billion from Fox, and $1 trillion from aliens who are going to broadcast the pay-per-view across the universe. Man, they're flush with cash. What the hell am I talking about? Man, I don't know. Maybe I don't know anything. Maybe I'm just some fool in his basement talking into his iPhone. Maybe that's a little too close to home. Jared's hot take number two. We should have a new category. It should go white meat, boring babyface, heel, cool motherfucker. Because I wouldn't categorize what Becky Lynch has done as turning heel. She went cool. And some white meat baby faces, they can't be cool. I mean, look at Bayley. She'd never be cool. She could never do what Becky Lynch is doing. But Becky Lynch was lame and boring as the white meat baby face. But as soon as she starts acting cool, or as the hip lingo, the heel, she becomes cool and people cheer her. And WWE always says oh, you can't, as soon as we turn her heel, they're gonna cheer her. Yeah, 'cause it's fucking cool. She's being cool. She's not being a Miz type heel. People hate the Miz type heel. They're supposed to. People hate certain people, and they like certain people, and kids like the white meat, boring babyface of Roman Reigns. So do women. So there's three categories in my mind now. It goes white meat, boring-ass babyface. That's you, Roman. Then you got heel. That's you, Miz. And then you got awesome, badass, cool Becky Lynch. All right, again, this week brought to you by All Hallows Eve, October 21st, live on ND Sports Channel. Check it out on Facebook. That's FLW. I'll be on the call with my man JD Proverse, one of the best stand-up comics in all of North Dakota. We're going to be doing play-by-play. We're going to be doing color. We're going to be doing everything. It's going to be fantastic. Jared's hot take number three, going to close this out by just saying, My goodness.
All Hallows Eve.
My goodness. How bad are the Bella Twins? My God. My God. Someone wrote
My
out
God.
we need to have respect for what the Bella Twins did. What? Drive down women's wrestling? There was literally an evolution the second they left. Everyone's like, wow, we got to get rid of this shit. We're tired of not respecting women's wrestling, and the Bella Twins brought it down to the basement. They're terrible. Brie Bella nearly kills herself every time she's in the ring, and Nikki Bella can't do shit, and she's got a fucked up neck. I'm supposed to respect these two. Why? Because they currently either did or currently fuck people who are way more talented than they will ever be? Oh, it's controversial, Jared. You can't say that. Look, if talent was sexually transmitted, these two would have it, but it's not, and they don't. I would much rather see prominent women than Maurice and Brie Bella. And some guy on Twitter's like, well, that's how you forward the feud. Man, let me just say something. If Game of Thrones decided to just put in a bunch of characters who were terrible at what they did, just terrible actors and terribly written, you wouldn't say, well, that's just how they further storylines. You know, you just have to understand. That's how they further those storylines, Jared. Man, fuck you. You don't put bad out there just to further a storyline. You don't do it. Bad idea. Thanks again. This was Jared's Hot Take. Thank you so much for tuning in. Jim, Tyler, motherfuckers, you it. I'm out.
Shout out to our boy, Jared. Follow him on Twitter at JaredPPVT2. Hear him on the Pay-Per-View Take 2 podcast with your boy here on the Suplex City Limits channel. We're finally doing it. We've talked about it forever, and it's finally happening. We're recording a new episode tomorrow morning, and it will be in your house for Great White North. So
good.
Expect that early this week, probably Monday or something
now,
on the
Jim,
channel.
I feel like I missed who was the sponsor of that segment. Who was the sponsor again?
I gave him a plug. He's not even on the show. I give him a plug, then he comes in and gives himself 2 plugs. Damn. But yeah, for real, live. Watch that shit live tweet with me. We'll have a fucking gay old time. Maybe we'll do some drinking that night. It'll be fun.
Sunday. That's adventurous.
Oh, yeah. Fuck it, dude. You only live once.
I'm looking forward to seeing this Roman's Reigns.
It's the new tag team. It's a new member of the Shield.
I was trying not to bust up, but he's like, Roman's Reigns.
How many people maybe they haven't listened to Pay-Per-View Take 2 and hear like actual Jared, and they think like that dude right there is going to be doing commentary. That would be funny if it was that dude right there doing commentary.
Speaking of, why are you doing commentary for their stuff, Jim?
I don't live there.
Oh yeah, you're in the Sodak. That's right.
No, I'm not. I'm in the same state. But they run other cities. They run like fucking. This one's in Fargo. Yeah, you'd be pretty hard pressed to get me to want to drive to Fargo.
That far away?
I mean, it's like 3.5 hours away.
Yeah.
Maybe someday.
See, if I need to go anywhere, it's 4 hours away.
Yeah, JD Provorce does the commentary with Jared, and he's a comedian around here, super funny guy. The first guest ever on SCL. Then he got pissed off at us. I offended him on social media or something. Oh yeah, because I was posting leak pictures of who was it? Dana Brooks' leak. I posted, and he thought that was whatever. But we've buried the hatchet. He's a good guy. I like him.
I was gonna say he talks to me a bunch on Twitter. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he does. He does. But yeah, we had an issue, but we're good. You know how it is. Yeah, he does a really good job with Jared. So, what fucking are we doing next? Raw and SmackDown. I don't even. We're so deep in this show that it's just. What do you have about these shows? Anything that sticks out to you?
Did Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns as the main event make you stick around and want to watch more?
No, didn't make anybody want to, according to the ratings.
No, there was not much about. To me, I watch Raw and SmackDown now, and it's just a bunch of fodder.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, they don't necessarily build towards anything. Like, just miraculously, Dana Brooke has a match. She's like, she's not affiliated with Titles Worldwide anymore, just so you know. And it's like
she walked away from him last week or 2 weeks ago or something.
Did she? See, I didn't even know. I didn't even realize that. You know what I mean? Because I can't pay attention fully to WWE. I just can't. I feel stupid.
No. No, I usually have my phone fucking around doing shit because it's just not good. Let's see. The same matches over and over on this show again. Gable, Victor, we've seen a bunch of times in the tag format. I mean, just all these matches. AOP, jobbers. I don't know, dude. It sucks.
The run of the mill is the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. Do you notice? Did somebody give Renee a note to not talk when Dean Ambrose is on screen? Did you notice that?
Probably.
Because like last week, some people I saw were like, "Oh, it's weird," when she's talking about Ambrose and this and that, and it seemed like this week she would disappear completely when he was out there.
But is it weird when Byron talks about Charlotte?
Is that official? Do we know that for sure?
I don't know. I put his face on her titties once. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, I mean, we heard rumors of that. I heard of a bunch of newer like fucking couples in there. I don't know. Everybody fucks everybody in there.
Next time on TMZ.
Yeah. Should have a segment. We can get somebody to do a segment like that has gossip about who's fucking who. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Just call it Who's Fucking Who. And you put it in the form of AC/DC's Who Made Who. Who's fucking who? Who fucked you? Yeah, see, we got it, man.
On this brand new episode of Who's Fucking Who, it turns out that the Bellas are fucking everybody again.
Oh my god.
Paige is just fucking everyone. I feel like it has to be hosted by a gay guy.
Perez Hill. We'll get Perez Hill.
At one time before I started SCL, fun fact, I was gonna start a wrestling podcast with a gay dude and a chick.
Oh.
Because I thought that would have been awesome. I pitched it and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna start. We're doing something else. We're gonna do our own show." And
now
I don't know what the name of it. It never happened. Probably.
Oh,
They could have rode me to podcasting fucking glory. Not literally. Well, maybe if I had a couple drinks. No. Fucking. I don't know, man. Yeah, so fuck them and their non-existent podcast. Maybe they'll buy our t-shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees. McIntyre Ambrose was a good match.
It was, yeah. Like Link said earlier, since Ambrose's return, he seems like a refreshed wrestler. He got all that MRSA out of his system. He's cool now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he totally upgraded his fucking offense too. Like, not a wacky line to be seen, and he actually chops people and hits them now.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the haircut too.
Yep.
I'm a fan of not wearing the dirty old wife beater and jeans. He's mixing up a little bit. He's wearing a cut-off black shirt and jeans.
I still think the pants are stupid, but
I do too.
Whatever.
Completely. Why wrestle in jeans? Are you a hobo? I almost said something horrible that time.
you fucking maybe you a hobo? Huh? You got nowhere to live, you fucking dudes on the streets.
I meant homogenized milk, by the way. So I don't know if you guys call that homo milk in the States, but we call it homo milk in Canada.
I think Homo Hobo is coming to Fox this fall.
Yeah, I pitched it to him last week.
He's lost his job, but he hasn't lost his taste for cock. This fall on Fox, it's Homo Hobo.
Who's
up
next?
Starring Marlon Wayans as Homo Hobo.
And John Stamos as his
John Stamos has to be in there. Yeah. Fuck me. I'd rather watch that than Raw. What do you think about this Undertaker shit? They're really going to do Undertaker with Kane in his corner versus Triple H with Shawn Michaels in his corner in Australia. And did they officially set up a tag match, or are they going to work this tag match?
I've heard that there's the Saudi match is going to be a tag match. I believe the WWE had announced that Shawn Michaels is coming out of retirement for it.
Oh my god, dude! The average age of these four gentlemen, 51.5 years old.
Wow.
And the average hairline of these gentlemen, 12.6 inches.
Yeah, it's not fucking there. Bailey defeats Dana Brooke. What's the point of doing that? You break her off from a group, and then you just beat her.
Yeah.
That's not really. If you're gonna do something with her, you'd break her off. You'd focus on it. You'd do something. I mean, I agree with not doing anything with her. She's fucking awful.
It's true. It's very true.
Having her fucking big ass tits, around ringside was like the best part about her.
I like the glasses. I was a fan of the glasses.
Yeah. Well, that getup, right? Yeah, that getup is hot. That getup's always been hot. It was hot in the '80s with What the fuck was her name?
Oh, I have no
She would carry
idea.
around that old school computer and shit.
Oh, Terry Reynolds or
Yeah.
something Boathouse. What was her name? Something Boathouse.
Yeah, right. She was fucking
Yeah, that was the
sexy.
name they gave her, or that was her real name back in the 80s. Terry Boathouse or something like that.
Boathouse. Like to park my boat in her house, you know what I'm saying? But she was hot, and then Keebler did that gimmick. She was hot in that gimmick.
I used to think that Dana Brooke was hot until I watched the ride along. Then now I don't think she's hot anymore.
Oh, why? Did she fart a bunch?
Yeah, she talks about pooping like the whole fucking time.
Oh.
Like, why are you doing this? No.
That's why her boyfriend choked on meat. I'd say he's just sick of it.
Oh.
He was probably on the phone with her eating fucking dinner, and she told him about her shit, and he's like, ugh.
Or he's got a text message and it was just a picture of what her she expelled into a toilet, and he just choked on his food and died.
The last text he got, a picture of her log. God damn.
And she feels really bad about it now because it was just a baby Ruth in the toilet.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. AOP, yeah, jobbers. I mean, building these guys. They brought them in hot as shit, and then they pissed it away, and then now they want to do it. That's everyone. Why is that? Why do they bring people in, bring them completely down to zero, and then try to start over? They do that with everybody. Andrade, everyone.
Because they got to completely undo everything that NXT did and make them brand new.
I don't know why. Why?
Because that's Vince. That's the same mentality when he would bring people in, in the 90s and shit.
Yeah.
Like, just strip away everything that they were known for. And it's the people that do better from NXT are the ones you didn't really see that much on NXT, like Elias and Braun. Like, if you made it on NXT, that's a curse.
It really is. It really is. Because, like, you look at Seth Rollins in NXT, it's not even the same person compared to what he was
I forgot about him.
in WWE.
Yeah.
He was
Those guys lucked out, though. Ambrose and Rollins got pulled up to the main because he had a fucking fancy for Roman,
Yeah,
for
they
leaky
did lock out.
reigns.
Yeah, fuck.
But again, they weren't like Dean wasn't, like you said, not the same kind of guy. I mean, he was over, but he wasn't like NXT wasn't big enough at that point. I don't think that it didn't have the hotness that it does now. So.
No, it didn't, and that's very true. But I mean, back then you only had guys like Bo Dallas. You had Jinder Mahal in the NXT fucking tournament, for Christ's sakes. That's who
What's wrong
Seth
with that?
Rollins beat. I don't know what's wrong with that. He's fucking everything.
How about Rollins and Ziggler, who are both so hurt that they may not, compete, just having a regular match, not really selling any of these alleged injuries? That was goofy.
Nobody sells anything anymore.
Well, it's one thing if they didn't address it, but you literally just address it that Ziggler's like, I'm too hurt to go. Like, oh, fuck, dude, Rollins is so hurt, he's not even here. And then they just go out and have a normal match? What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? And Rousey, here's my weekly shit on Rousey thing. She doesn't know how open challenges work.
That was pretty stupid. I will say.
She's
That
so
was
dumb
fucking
on that
stupid.
show. She is booked to be a fucking simpleton.
Yeah.
God damn, I don't get it.
Nikki Bella is booked to be the bright one. Because she's telling her how it all works.
When she turns on Ronda here at Australia, I guess. Is that before that Evolution? Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, yeah.
Where
yeah. Australia's before Evolution.
Wherever the turn with Brie Bella happens, so they can set up Brie and her, which sounds like that's what they want to do. Or not Brie, Nikki, sorry. She's gonna look so smart. She's like, I was fucking this chick around for like months, playing a game on her, and then I turned on her.
Yeah.
The thing that annoys me the most. Oh, go ahead.
No, go for it. I got nothing of promise to say. Don't worry about it.
I was gonna say the thing that annoys me the most about Ronda is like every time she comes out, she acts like she's so stupefied. Like, duh,
Yeah.
people cheering, and that big stupid smile. It's like she does. She looks like a fucking Lemmy from Mice and Men.
She's going to smile and then tug at her pants. That's what she does.
She
Yeah.
didn't do that at the Hell in a Cell. I had a counter ready and shit, and I was ready to count, and then she didn't. She has different shorts on. They look similar, but she wasn't tugging on them all the time.
And that outfit is just terrible too.
It is.
Yeah. What we've been saying on here is it looks like what your fucking girlfriend or wife wears when she cleans the house on a Saturday.
Right.
Yeah.
But she had cool new gloves, so
Striking gloves.
Yeah, fucking silliness. And I just don't think she's good. I don't think she's good at talking. I don't think her backstage stuff's good. I don't think her matches are good. I don't know. Everyone's like, a lot of people are hot on her, even people whose opinions I respect, but I disagree with them.
The way I look at it is for how long she's been doing it, she's good on that level. But when you're looking at being on the main roster type deal, she's only there because of her star power. That's it. That's the only reason.
I mean, is she worse though? Is she really worse? Now that I think about it, is she worse than Alexa Bliss or Dana Brooke? Or
Well, yeah, but
I mean, she's worse than she's worse than Alexa in ring.
But Alexa's been wrestling for 3 years too. Ronda's been wrestling for less than a year, right? So that's the big difference there. But now one is a bona fide athlete and the other one's a cheerleader. So I don't know.
Hey, I was a cheerleader in high school.
I'm not saying anything bad about cheerleaders. Wait, you weren't a cheerleader in high school? You weren't, or you were?
No, Jim sniffed that out right away. No,
Okay, good, because cheerleaders aren't athletes. Good, because I was going to save face and be nice. Because
well, I know you have a wife, so of course you weren't a cheerleader. Fucking hot wife. What else we got on this show?
On Raw, we got nothing really, honestly.
Nothing. Leo Rush again. That was funny that
I did. Like
Vince must have watched an episode of 205 Live and then like saw Maverick and Leo Rush. Like, oh, I want those guys.
Yeah. Well, and Leo Rush been posting some good stuff on Twitter too. Like his videos have at least been entertaining on Twitter. And he's added a lot more to Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley's actually sufferable now.
Yeah. I won the meme contest and he didn't retweet it, my meme.
Your meme was the best one.
Right? Come on. I fucking looked at the other memes on there. The ones he was retweeting, they were all fucking lame as fuck. Mine was awesome.
What are you talking about, guys? What are we talking about?
He posted the picture. It's like him running down the ramp away from Owens and Owens standing in the background all angry. And he was like, best meme wins, and he was retweeting a bunch of them. But he didn't retweet mine that said, Get Out 2 coming fall 2018. One dude was so like, that's not cool, dude. Like, what?
Why? Why is it not cool? Why?
I don't know.
Tell me why.
I didn't care enough to find out, but it's
like that lady that counted all Samuel L. Jackson's fucking words in the Captain Marvel trailer.
Yeah.
Did you see that on Twitter? The absurdity in that?
Yeah, it's crazy. That's what people do. I saw the trailer and I was like, Captain Marvel's abroad? I didn't know that. She always. I was like, when we got done watching, I was like, was that Captain Marvel always a girl? Like, I don't know.
No, he was. No, he was not always a girl.
So it was a dude, and now it's a chick.
Yeah. They're just. Well, I mean, they're. I don't know. They gotta have a woman superhero, I guess. I don't know.
To me, that's questionable.
I mean,
I think I was just
why they're doing it, but I mean,
wasn't I just on here arguing for a black Superman the other day?
Well, yeah.
Or was I not?
I'd take Iris Elba any day as a Superman.
Yeah. I think it should be what's his fucking? Oh god damn it! What's the Donald Glover should be?
Superman? Are you serious?
No, Spider-Man.
Oh.
Spider-Man.
I was like,
Sorry.
Donald Glover as a Superman? That just sounds horrible.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, I can see that, yes.
Black Spider-Man. He's like white Spider-Man, but he fucking dances well and he's got a bigger dick. Yeah.
Instead of that horrible jazz thing in Spider-Man 3, you'd actually get a good one.
The chances are he doesn't know his dad either. Come on. What? We're having fun times. By your laugh there, like that was like pushing it.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, I made a joke at work the other day where I was trying to convince. I was trying to convince this guy that I was a stepfather when I'm not, and he was like, "No, you're not a stepfather." I was like, "Would I lie to a stepchild? I'm not a stepchild because my parents loved each other, but you are."
The thing about that meme thing that I was reading through them all, and I didn't know it was such a big deal for your mom to ask you to thaw the chicken and you didn't thaw it. Like there was like five or six people like, "Oh, your mom comes home and you didn't thaw the chicken." What the fuck is that?
If anyone's gonna be like, yeah, maybe that's the racist fucking meme, not the Get Out one. I don't know. Fucking whatever.
I don't
I thought Leo Rush was good here, actually. The way he ran from him, he's like doing parkour all over the fucking place. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, see how excited the crowd got for flippy shit?
Yeah, flips. He definitely. Oh, Nia Jax returned, huh?
Yay.
Tell me,
She's not like most girls on the roster. She's fat.
Way to go! Way to go! You're going to get in trouble now, Jim. You're going to get.
I'm kind of fucking cruising for it today. My
You're
mood
trying
has
to get in
changed
trouble.
halfway through the show. Halfway through the show, now I'm just like, yeah, fuck everything. I don't know.
It is publicity, Jim.
It's not very often that I have mood swings during the show. But yeah, what else? Anything else you want to talk about?
I got nothing for Raw. That is
Yeah.
for me on Raw. Tap that.
Corbin Reigns. The ratings were awful for that.
I mean, would you expect anybody to stick around for Baron Corbin and Reigns? Really?
It's like they're just trying to fuck around with you. You know, every week you watch that show, it's like they're just trying to fuck you around. I don't know.
Usually they get a good ratings boost after a pay-per-view.
Yeah, not this time. Not after that finish, and just what they had on it. But SmackDown, I had like 4 points, I guess, of discussion.
And what was
Aiden
the first
English's turn.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I don't know if I'm the only one, but there's no merit in that turn for me because they've already they've already broken them up like what, twice now.
Yeah, weren't they already fucking heels?
I don't know. Man.
Supposed to be. They booked them like
so
heels.
much. Everything changes so much and so often. I can't tell you. All I can tell you is Lana's reaction to Aiden turning on Rusev was abysmal. And I don't know who told her to just scream your face off after this happens. But I don't feel that's what happens in real life.
After he loses to Rusev, it'll be like the fucking last time you see that dude.
Yeah, it probably.
No, he'll be on main event.
Yeah, maybe. Or it'll be with Simon Gotch, one of the two over in MLW.
They don't get. I don't think they got along.
Probably not. No.
Yeah.
The thing I thought was the weirdest about that was, so Aiden cost him the match, kind of, sort of, and then Rusev doesn't even yell at him at all. I mean, then he just beats him up. It's like, why are you, what? It didn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think Rusev is probably just as dumb at this as everybody else.
They went with Becky still trying to book her as this heel, man. They're really fucking sticking to their guns on that.
Oh, yeah. There's
It's
For a company that
working real
says they book on a fly, really, they don't very well.
And we've documented from Go, before they even tried to do it, that it wouldn't work. And they've had every chance, every show is a chance to correct course, and they just don't. You know, it's like our boat is heading towards those rocks, and they just keep going. You know, they never turn the fucking boat away.
Yeah. Apply for
Hey,
a
man, they
field.
got $1 billion. They'll just buy a new boat.
That's true. Just buy a new
Well,
boat, man.
well, when we crash into that island, we'll fucking set up camp and have a party.
And then we can have Unknown Island NXT edition.
Yeah. They could be the NXT Unknown Island champion.
Cabanero Barbonero will be the first ever NXT Unknown Island champion.
Yeah. I don't know. What else was on this show, man? Orton touching his dick hands all over that dude's face.
Yep. Oscar returned.
Oh, yeah.
We had AJ against Andrade.
Did Asuka? No, I've watched like a very cut down version of this show. Was Asuka still goofy and fucking?
She only had a
like she
match.
was last-
Literally, she came out with Naomi, had a match, and left.
Oh, great.
So like, it wasn't. It's not like she got the show much.
Yeah, they're a tag team now.
Sure, yeah, because they got. Well, I would imagine they're going to do that women's tag team championship. Which I don't know if I'm just a curmudgeon, but I got no time for that.
Dude, they already get nothing accomplished on their shows. Raw's a 3-hour show, nothing fucking happens. They can't seem to have any matches. SmackDown sometimes is like 3 matches on a 2-hour show. How are you going to put another set of belts? You don't even care about the men's tag team belts, and you're going to add women's. God damn.
Well, what I find even crazier that people are clamoring for this. It's like, give us women's tag titles. Like, what are they doing with the men's tag titles?
Yeah, nothing. On either brand, nothing.
Yeah.
It was funny on Raw. He actually said that too. After AOP defeated some jobbers for like the third week in a row, he mentions like some of the other teams like, oh, it's a fucking hot division, a stout tag team division. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're out of your
Well,
fucking...
there's Gable and Rude. That's cool, right?
Yeah, Gable and Rude. Yeah, when Gable beat fucking whatever the hell. Anyway. Yeah, what was the Andrade match on this show?
Against AJ.
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
I mean, and they had a match maybe a month ago that was really good as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's gonna be nice to see Andrade get past the hurdle of his opening and go to a pay-per-view and actually have a good pay-per-view match. I'm excited for that, especially to hear that Vince is high on him. It'll be nice, especially if we got to see a Ray match like you were talking about. That'd be dope as shit.
If he's so high on him, why is he making him talk all the time when he
high
has a fucking manager?
Because he's high on him, and Vince is an idiot.
He's the worst when he talks, man. Like, I fucking dislike Andrade more now than I did just by hearing him talk out there. It sucks. That's why she's there, dude.
Yeah. And, there's not a lot of times where somebody has an accent and I legit can't understand it. You know what I mean? Because, like, you listen closely, you can find out what it is. But this Andrade stuff, holy shit. Like, it's damn near impossible to figure out what he's saying. Like, why have him do that?
How about a story? Do you do something with Rey Mysterio and him where, oh man, you could work in the fact that like Rey had taken his mask off at one time and went back to wearing a mask, and Andrade, you could eventually get back to Andrade being back in a mask. How about that? Then they would never book that.
They would.
Or book a Mexican to put a mask back on. Get the fuck out of here. At least we should be happy they don't take masks off, guys.
Like Triple H said, well, have you seen him? Why would you ever put a mask on that face?
Yeah.
He's a good-looking dude.
He is.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
looks like the kind of guy your girlfriend starts fucking after she breaks up with you. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, like Zelina did with Austin Aries.
Boom, boom.
Hey,
she's fucking black now. That's the new.
She's what?
The new talk. Zelina and Aleister Black are a couple, I guess.
Fair enough.
I thought he had a girlfriend.
I don't know.
If he's so high on Andrade, how come Andrade never wins?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh, yeah, right. I know.
Yeah, but Bray had a wife, and that didn't matter. So.
That's true.
I would leave my fucking wife for that abroad too.
I will pay you so much money in alimony. I'll buy you a pony. Who did he buy a pony for? Was it JoJo?
Yeah, he bought JoJo a fucking miniature horse.
Man, like, how hard up do you have to be for a fucking piece of ass to buy somebody a goddamn pony? Seriously.
Yeah, but you've seen her ass, right?
I have seen her ass.
Yeah, dude.
That's true.
Yeah, I would expect that Mrs. Vicious would just be, smart to the fact that, like, if I could fuck that chick, I'm definitely going to leave you for her. That's just understandable. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if my chick could get some dude who looks like a fucking Greek god, then by all means, dude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you think a Greek god-looking dude wants to fuck you, then, more power to you, I guess. Whatever. SmackDown Live. Ladies and gentlemen. The fuck?
There's really nothing else to talk about. The ending of the show was Lynch and Flair. Lynch calling her a bitch again, and just them assuming that people are going to boo her for that. Did you hear that they confiscated a bunch of Charlotte signs, too, from Hell in a Cell?
Oh, yeah.
Any negative signs towards Charlotte was taken away because they can't have anybody think she's a heel.
I think somebody got a Becky 316 sign taken away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Rings a little too close to home for the WWE, I guess.
Fucking silliness, though. Yeah. What else did we watch? I watched a lot of weird wrestling, I think, this week.
I didn't. I watched the Mae Young Classic, and I watched NXT, and that's about it.
Anything of note? I have not been watching the Mae Young Classic because every week I go there and I look in the description. I'm like, is Io Shirai? Nope. Okay, see you next week.
There was what was the main event this week? I think it was a decent match. I can't remember what it was though, so it made a lasting impression on me for sure. No, I'll get it here. Mia Yim and Allison Kay was the main event.
Oh yeah.
It was a decent match.
You know, I don't know why do I know all this shit. Mia Yim is now dating Keith Lee.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, she was with what's his name? The guy from Impact. Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston. So she likes some big.
Who?
Eddie Kingston.
Oh yeah.
So she likes some big. So Jim, we got a
She's
chance.
hot.
We got a chance, Jim.
She no shit, right? She posts a lot of hot pictures on Twitter too. She's worth a fucking follow.
They also had Tony Storm taking on this lady named Ginny, who does a lot of flying around. She's decent. And then Caitlyn made her long-awaited WWE return against Kavita Devi.
How was that? Awful.
It wasn't as bad as you'd imagine because they made it very simple. Just her running offense on her. And we'll see how it goes after that.
Yeah.
She has to take on Mia Yim next time, so.
Oh. Of course, though. I knew it. I was like, they're going to wait until the last week of the first round to have Io Shirai on there.
Oh, yeah.
Which I get. I'm all in on that, but I'm not going to watch the other ones, really. She's pretty much the only one I'm excited for.
I've been waiting for the second round to really give it a big dive into, but until then, it's just pick and choose the matches that I think are good. Because, like, who wants to sit down and watch a fucking Zia Lee taking on Karen Q? I don't know who any of those ladies are. No. Do you, Liz?
I shouldn't be watching it for Hotties of the Week, but I watched Impact this week. And while she didn't have a match, they did show Kira Hogan, who's like my hottie of every week.
So she is the hottie of every week for Jim. She is.
Yeah, she's fucking hot. Yeah. Lucha Underground. You guys watch Lucha Underground this week?
I have not had a chance to watch it yet, but doesn't Marty win everything?
He does. Yeah, Marty wins absolutely everything.
Yeah, Marty becomes the new champion. Fucking awesome.
If
I
you
actually
told
really
me that in season 1, I would have laughed in your face.
Yeah, right. Remember they first brought him in? I remember on the show when he first came in. It was like we were saying, like, is this their first attempt at a comedy wrestler? Because when he first came in, he was really weird and like, comical and like a little kid or something. Yeah, very weird. He's fucking awesome though. I think he's one of the best characters in pro wrestling.
Period. I really like his character. I like creepy guys.
Yeah,
he's creepy myself. I don't know.
He's awesome. But yeah, I really enjoyed the Phoenix and Aerostar match. I thought that was super fun.
I like the new Phoenix. I like the gimmick that he's working. I'm a fan. I like the weird smile that he has every now and then. Just looks unhinged.
Is he still Lucha Festus this week, or is he?
Yes, he's Lucha Festus this week, too. That's a great fucking term. Lucha Festus. Oh, fuck yes.
Is he still drooling?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, yep.
The fact that he's that's really taking it to the next level. You know, like you should also drool. Like it's pretty hardcore.
It is.
Yeah, Azteca was beat down post match. He gets beaten by Marty, and other than that, the only other thing that really happened, I guess Paul London in the rabbit hole. I guess Killer Cross is finally coming to the temple.
Yes.
So
he's had Paul London trapped in the wherever the fuck they are, in the cave or the tunnel or whatever, for months now, and he's begging him to come out, and he's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, pretty good. I'm just really enjoying this season. From what started off as kind of different, like actually it's turned out to be really good.
Yeah, like a lot of the guys too that you've seen were going to be in this season, like Mr. Spectacular and all those.
Wow,
guys.
he was only in one fucking match.
Exactly. They were fodder for Matanza to sacrifice to the gods, so I can live with that.
What about Jake Strong?
Oh God.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch anything with Jake Strong and Lucha Underground. I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, listeners, but I don't value you that much to watch a Jake Strong match. I'm sorry.
Just the people who pay on Patreon.
Maybe I'll watch a Jake Strong match for the people on Patreon, but the episode will be like 2 minutes long. I'm gonna watch it fast forward. Because I mean,
he beats on his chest. He fucking ankle lock right at the end.
Yeah, when I first heard that he was going there, I thought, okay, maybe he's actually got something and Vince just would never let him show it? No, he has nothing. He's fucking terrible.
It's all.
He's over there though. Like, I mean, I'll give him that a little bit. Like, also though, at first I was gonna shit on it when we heard it, but then I thought of it and I was like, they had a chance to get a former fucking champion. You know, like he's a former heavyweight champion, right?
Well, for like 7 days, yeah, maybe 2.
Well, hey, you know, I don't know. I don't disagree with it. If I was doing the promotion there, I'd have probably hired the guy too if I'd have got a good deal on him or whatever the case is. You know, and he's over there. The crowd seems to like him. They do the strong thing.
Now, mind you, okay, this is what I'm going to say, and let's take it with a grain of salt. But if Jake Strong is over as fuck in Lucha Underground, I'm willing to bet anybody can be over in Lucha Underground. So I think if you plopped out fucking Roman Reigns, put him in Lucha Underground, he's going to get a good reaction.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. If Roman Reigns came running down there, they'd be like, holy shit. Because it's the fucking, they're basically the smarkier NXT crowd. Is essentially what they are.
Dude, yeah. I've been to a Lucha Underground show. Everyone there is just high as fuck. They like everything.
See, there you go. Like us, Jim, high as fuck.
Yeah, as I'm taking a rip. Yeah, what the fuck? Huh?
You didn't get shot there in the shady part of town that they filmed that in. Obviously,
nah,
you didn't. You're here
it's
now.
mostly abandoned. It's mostly abandoned buildings.
Yeah, but you know what's inside of abandoned buildings? Horror movies have taught me. Creepers and masks.
Well, yeah, you know why everyone's high though? It's just secondhand smoke from hot tub guys' blunts. That's what it is.
Well, I went out to the parking lot to grab something out of the car, and every third car it was just fucking weed everywhere. Yeah, they're high as fuck.
Sounds like
and also the dude who listens to our show. Shout out to Evil Evan. He fucking goes to a lot of shows with Hot Tub Guy.
Does he carry his hot tub around with him to other shows?
He should. He should have a hot tub like on the back of a car, and you can tow it around.
El Camino converted into a hot tub.
With him in the back as it pulls in. Oh my god.
That would be.
Why do we always come up with all these great ideas for Hot Tub Guy?
I don't know. And we come up with all these great ideas for Hot Tub Guy, and he ignores us like we're fucking pheasants.
No, he doesn't. I talk to him. I talk to him on Twitter all the time.
Well, shit. I'm sorry, Jim.
I think the idea that we had of him being a backstage interviewer, where like your backstage interviews are like you in a hot tub with Hot Tub Guy, fucking amazing, dude. I would pop like crazy for that. That's great shit.
I would.
Just gonna say it here now if he's listening. Hot Tub Guy, if you want to come to Zealot Pro Wrestling, January 25th, 2019 at the Unexpected Art Gallery, you can get in for free and you can sit in your hot tub during the show.
Yes. Oh, you're the best promoter in the world, Lynx.
If you're listening, Hot Tub Guy, and I know you are. Just hit me up at Zealot Wrestling on Twitter. We'll set that up. And we'll even put you on a stage in the hot tub.
He'd have to show up and like way early and start filling the hot tub.
Well, if he's dedicated to the gimmick.
Yeah,
exactly.
If someone else, if you're gonna do a show somewhere where you can do like a VIP, and it's like you get to you sit in a giant hot tub the whole time with Hot Tub Guy and shit and watch wrestling, that'd be dope, dude. I'd pay for that.
You would have to pay me for that. I'm not gonna pay sit in a hot tub with some other dude. Not a fucking chance, man. Like, how many times is he pissing in that fucking hot tub? Other sweaty wrestlers coming in with staph infections all over the place, sitting in the hot tub with me in my fucking shorts, with my dick hole free to the world. No, not a fucking chance.
You think a parasite's gonna climb up it?
If it can find it, yeah.
Oh.
Oh shit. So yeah, that was Lucha Underground. I love that ending where it's something just fucked. I love wrapping it up with a little. It's fun.
And what else happened this week, Jim?
Oh my god, this is so long. I apologize for like ruining your Saturday afternoon, Lynx Kinetic.
It's still morning here, so that's fine.
I was gonna say like it's only noon here.
There you go.
Lynx, me and Jim were pondering this. What time is it in Arizona?
It's 11 o'clock.
So no daylight savings time? Is that what it is?
No.
None. Okay.
There's none in Arizona.
Are you guys still in like the mountain areas or time zone or?
No, we have our own Arizona Standard Time. Yeah, that's how fancy
you special fucks. I used to have one of that when I was in Newfoundland, the only half-hour time zone in the world.
Newfoundland?
Newfoundland. Get it right.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, how do you pronounce it? Is
Newfoundland.
it Toronto or Toronto?
Toronto. Or yes, Toronto. Toronto.
Okay.
Toronto. Yeah. I suppose. I
The
always say
Chevy
Toronto.
Toronto.
I always say Toronto, but I'm a Newfoundlander, so we talk.
Well, I think you should move to Saskatoon. That's what I think.
Huh.
Sask-
Nobody moves to Saskatoon, sir. People move out of Saskatoon.
There's a time in my life I wanted to move to Saskatoon.
Are you fucking serious? No, don't ever do that, Jim. Jim, if
I
you
thought
go to
about it.
Saskatoon, you can watch your dog run away for 6 days. That's how.
It was
flat
for
is.
abroad, like years and years ago.
Oh,
I would never.
Saskatoon.
Good
I
thing
think
I
you should
did.
move there and start a promotion.
Saskatoon.
All right,
Saskatoon wrestling.
there is
See-
actually some pretty sweet Saskatoon berries.
All right, Dingles.
Of the dingle variety. They're in season right now, actually. We go out there every fall. We go dingleberry picking. We have since I was a child.
What the fuck is dingleberries?
What?
What's a dingleberry?
Oh.
Oh, is nobody going to... I got to Google this now?
No, you need to, yeah, dude, yeah. You need to go out and pick some fucking... My grandma used to make pies with them and shit. Like, that's one of my fall memories. Hot apple cider, you know, pumpkins, and grandma's...
So, I'm reading up dingleberry, a common name for a type of cranberry, also a slang term for stupid or foolish person. It's like, oh, it's also slang for dried feces.
Which one do you think we're talking about?
I'm going to assume it's the dried feces.
Your grandma makes the best ones, Jim.
Oh, man. Oh, I need to get me some dingleberries.
Those kind of fucking laughs that hard, or like laughs that I would pay money just to get that feeling. You know, we could just like it was like $10, like just to get the happiness you feel.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. The first image when you search up dingleberries in Google and you go to
Yeah.
images, it is a very feminine looking dude with an obviously glued on beard. That's it. That's it. Right next to it is a picture of Kellogg's Dingleberry cereal.
Weird.
Like seriously,
I was
I'm
hoping
gonna
you were
send
gonna
you.
see little pieces of shit stuck to an ass. Dude, it's really failing us, man.
So there has to be some Canadian equivalent to that, right? You
The
have to have.
dingleberries? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so. We got I don't what would we call the hair? No. I think it's just all generic. We're not that creative here in Canada. If that
You
makes
don't call
any
it
sense.
shit. You don't call it shit dandruff.
No, I've never called it shit. No. I just call it those annoying pieces of shit on my ass that itches after a while.
After a while. Jesus.
The leaves fell from the trees. We drank hot apple cider on the fall evenings, eating grandma's dingleberry pie. Oh man, NXT. Anything to talk about? We talked about that main event. And
We did
how
talk
silly
about
that
that main event, and I don't know what they hinted at. They were talking about Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano, and for attacking Aleister Black.
Jackson Riker, dude.
Fuck.
What a fucking try-hard name that is.
Fuck Gunner. I got no time for fucking Gunner.
Yeah, he took on Humberto Carrillo. You know who that guy is?
No,
He was a luchador. He was Ultimo Ninja
I've never heard of Ultimo Ninja.
in Mexico. Yeah, he's pretty fucking good. I actually thought he did some pretty cool shit in that match. But other than that, I don't know. There's a women's match that I fast forwarded. I don't even know what it was.
It
Not
was
anything
Aaliyah,
good.
and all I needed to see was Aaliyah, and I was like, oh, I don't need to see that.
No matter who this is against.
No. By the way, my Google search picture is in the Skype right now if you want to see.
Oh yeah, lovely. So yeah, other than that, I watched Impact this week. It was the first show from their Mexico taping, so I thought that was interesting enough to want to watch.
Was
Is that kid still dead?
Is that kid still dead?
They didn't talk. I didn't see anything about the kid in this one. I don't know.
I don't know if I've seen Impact since that kid got hit by a car.
That was awesome. And then people were like all mad about it. Like, go fuck yourself. It's stupid. We can't run kids over in wrestling.
You can't run kids over anymore.
Yeah, well,
It's 2018. We can't run kids over. Come on.
Yeah, come on, man.
I'm just saying that like Law and Order and shit have all kinds of crazy shit. Like you can't treat wrestling different than you treat TV and movies, in my opinion. As far as that goes, you can't be offended about pro wrestling doing something that you're totally fine with in movies and TV shows.
The only thing that offends me about it is like, what do you follow that up with? You just showed vehicular homicide, and those guys are gonna like have a match to settle it. Like what? Like just don't go there. Yeah, don't go there. It's just too far to make it viable. Like, can you see New Japan doing that ever?
Yeah.
No. They'll actually legit try to kill themselves in the ring by headbutting somebody. So
that's right. That's the proper way.
I mean, imagine if you did this shit that they do on daytime television, like Days of Our Lives and the shows like the soaps as they were.
You fucked my sister, you dirty man.
I remember at one point when I was way younger, there was a point on that show where they had like demons involved and shit, dude, and like the devil. And I remember because like my grandma watched that show all the time, and I spent a lot of time with her.
Making Dingleberry pie.
Yeah, well, she wasn't making. Well, while they baked in the oven. Call back.
Did anybody ever watch Passions?
No.
Oh, that was fucking weird.
Yeah, but that's my point. You couldn't do that kind of shit in wrestling without somebody getting mad. Do you want to hear about this Impact Mexico show?
Man, lay it on me.
Lay it on you. Impact from Mexico, I thought was pretty good, actually. I enjoyed the show overall, better than SmackDown and Raw, in my opinion. We had a 6-way tag to start. Dude, the Laredo Kid, haven't seen him in a while. You remember that dude at all? No? Yeah.
Where did I see him from before?
Impact, probably. Back a long time ago.
Oh, when they were doing that, when they had their international flair going on. They
had a lot of different guys. They brought a lot more AAA dudes in for a while there when they had like Garza and shit.
Yeah, Garza wrestling with one fucking arm.
Pay-per-view, yeah. The only other dude I'm really not too familiar with was Hio del Vicino. I don't know. It's like Viking plus O.
Oh, I thought he was the remake of Vicodin.
No, he's son of Viking O.
I am.
But he's not masked, but he is fucking awesome, dude. He did like crazy shit, like ninja movie stuff, man, like kung fu movie kind of shit, crazy corkscrew spins and shit, like really over the top. I actually really liked him, but they lost to OVE, so fuck you, Mexico, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to go through the whole show. Drake defeated Trevor Lee. That was nonsense.
Andrew Everett's gone from Impact too now, hey?
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's good and shit. I like the guy, but I mean, like, I wouldn't be too broken up about him. Where's he going?
I have no idea.
NXT, probably.
He's been doing a lot of stuff in Mexico.
Yeah. Fabi Apache was on this show. Recall her last time we saw her, she was covered in fucking blood with a giant gash on her forehead,
and Jim
getting
was
her head
talking
shaved.
About how hot it was, and I mentioned that's going to be what everybody's going to point to when Jim kills somebody. It's like, see,
I didn't say it was hot. I didn't say it was hot.
You did.
No.
No.
Go back and listen to that.
Oh, I thought you said it was the hot.
I thought it was intense. And it was like fucking. It was awesome to see. It was crazy to see a woman covered in blood getting her head shaved forcefully. It was pretty intense. I didn't think it was sexy.
Maybe you didn't say it was sexy. Maybe that's just me trying to make it worse than what it actually was for my own benefit.
Yeah.
But,
get my dick hard? Yes. Enough to come to? Probably not.
But if you let me try, I probably would.
But yeah, she had a match, and it was weird seeing her. She's barely got any hair, so she just looks like a fucking idiot.
You look like Sinead O'Connor.
Pretty much.
Good.
Nothing compares to one. She took on Alicia Edwards.
Oh boy, I can only imagine that match was absolute garbage. That weird looking vapid lady.
I think somebody with I don't know if he wants to be outed. I won't out the person who said it to me, but he sent me a picture of her and a picture of Rocky Dennis from The Mask. It was pretty awesome. Yeah. It was Lance Levine.
There's a
Um,
surprising
Lance
amount of people. There's a surprising amount of people you can make that joke about. I've
Yeah.
noticed in my lifetime.
Yeah, any ugly motherfucker, you just liken him to him. Fucking awesome. But afterward, they do. I don't know why they haven't learned a lesson from UFC. They try to do this like, you know, different language fucking interview in the ring. So Matthews is in the ring trying to fucking interview her, and she's got a translator, and she doesn't know where to look. She keeps like looking everywhere, and like Matthews is like grabbing her by the arm, like, bitch, fucking, this is a hard camo, you know, whatever the fuck it is, in Espanol. She has no idea what a hard cam is the point.
Well, see, now you know why guys have to go to NXT first. They have to learn where the hard cam is.
Yeah, that's true. Penta and Phoenix defeated Swan and Seidel. Dude, pretty fun, actually. We're checking out High Fly and shit. Pentagon over as hell in Mexico, of course. And, I don't know. Dude, who's Matt Bentley? That was I was going to ask you if you know who Matt Bentley is.
Matt Bentley,
That's
of course. Matt Bentley was in TNA years ago. He's Shawn
Yes.
Michaels' cousin.
Yeah, flashback of the week was Petey Williams versus Matt Bentley. X Division something. You actually grab a big X. I laughed so hard at that.
That's the Ultimate X.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember it. You know, I remember Ultimate X, but I just like, what a fucking silly thing.
Do you
That was
remember?
the flashback of the week.
Do you remember the Ultimate X match where the X fell down and all four competitors didn't know what to do? Nobody jumped for the X; they just watched it on the ground, looked at each other. It's like, what do we do? And then all
What
of a
did they
sudden,
do?
Somebody just slides in and grabs the X. Somebody
And that's it.
finally thought it was like, oh shit, yes, somebody's got to grab this X. I believe it was like Chris Sabin or somebody. Just ran over and
Bro,
grabbed
it was me, bro. I grabbed the X out of the ring, bro.
Oh my Jesus Christ! I was hoping he would never show up, and he's here. Fuck.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know. I guess there's a lot of shit that happened on this show. They had like a Hall of Fame package for Abyss was pretty cool. I don't know. Joe Hendry music video, pretty fucking funny. That dude having like a funny music video thing is a great addition to a weekly wrestling show, in my opinion. And main event was El Tejano and Austin Aries.
Ugh.
And as they set up Aries versus Impact for the whatever the fuck pay-per-view is coming up, Slammiversary,
Bound for
Or-
Glory.
Bound for Glory. Well, I was like 50-50 shot.
Well, yeah, that's me too.
50-50 shot. I took it and I lost. But yeah, I don't know. Pretty good show. I actually like it from Mexico. But it was funny at the end of the show with Impact and Aries, the crowd is silent. Like Impact comes out, no reaction, which is weird because they know who fucking John Morrison is. I don't get it, and they know him as Mundo, I guess. But so he comes in and they do this whole angle of like in complete silence, like beating on each other and shit, and the crowd is dead, doesn't care.
That's unfortunate, but I mean,
Yeah.
what can you do? That's what happens when you run a country that's Mexico.
Yeah, well, when you bring a bunch of guys that they don't know, like Eli Drake, I don't think they really fucking know who this dude is.
Oh man, I'm sure
but
most
yeah.
people in America don't know who Eli Drake is.
Dummy, yeah. I like him, man.
I think he's a
And
good
you can
talker.
see him on All Hallows Eve with FLW.
Fourth plug. You gotta get some more Zealot plugs in. I'm probably saying
That's going to be a
wrong.
good show, though. Eric Cannon, who's like, I'm a big fan of that dude. Because I'm a Wrestling Society X fan. I'm one of like the 5 people who like that show.
Hey, be good. Don't you say any disparaging words about Wrestling Society X, okay?
Wasn't that the like Lucha Underground type show that some money mark paid for?
On MTV, yeah.
Yeah.
With,
I don't think I'm money
Seth,
paid for that. I've
Seth
never heard
Rollins
that.
is on there. No, wasn't it Rob Feinstein?
I don't know. I know that Kevin Kleinrock was a producer on there. The guy from Master Public. He's a fucking good dude. I've been friends with him on social media. I've never met him in real life, but talked to him a bunch of times online and shit. He's a nice guy. But yeah, I liked Wrestling Society X. I thought it was fucking cool.
It was
wasn't
created,
Will Martez
created
on there?
by Kevin Kleinrock.
Yeah. I thought it was fucking cool, man. Like all of it. At least it was until Lucha Underground was like a real attempt to do something different. And whether, sometimes you try shit radically different and it doesn't work, but I feel like you still have to applaud it,
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
It's like they fucking try to do all kinds of crazy different shit. Like, hey, what if we just turn this on its head? They could have just done, like everybody else, all this other standard sort of thing. So credit to them.
Let's quickly go through some of the highlights, okay, of the rest of Society X roster. You have Vic Grimes, Vampiro, Tyler Black, Scorpio Sky, Ricky Banderas, a.k.a. Mil Muertes, New Jack, some chick named Moose,
Nice.
whose real last name is Knuckles, so Moose Knuckles. Matt Cross, Matt Seidel, Matt Classic, Justin Credible, Joey Ryan, Jimmy Jacobs, Jack Evans, Eric Cannon, Alcatraz, which I don't know who that is, Aaron Aguilera, which is S.A. Rios, and Six Pac, which is X-Pac.
That's a hell of a roster.
It is actually a hell of a roster.
Yeah. Good shit, man. It's worth watching. I know we've talked about doing something with it, on something on the channel, but haven't gotten there yet. Now 10 other podcasts just did it. That's done. What do we have anything else before we get out of here? A very long episode today.
Well, I feel like we've given so many All Hallow Eve plugs. We need to get another Zealot Pro plug in for sure.
It is.
Yes. Thank you, gentlemen, very much for this opportunity and this platform to promote our show in the midst of Dingleberry talk.
Yeah, well,
But yes, please give us a follow at Zealot Wrestling on Twitter. Take note of the announcements for the tournament. If you're going to be in town, if you are in town for the Royal Rumble, it's January 25th, the Friday before, at the Unexpected Art Gallery in downtown Phoenix. I believe we're the only company that is actually running in the heart of downtown. It's walking distance from Chase Field and wherever the hell, Talking Stick Arena, where NXT and WWE will be. So if you're in town, you're staying downtown, come to our show. You got a tournament with historic first-time champion being crowned, featuring Joey Ryan, Ricky Mandel, and another Lucha Underground person to be announced soon, as well as Jorel Nelson, Owen Travers. And it's going to be fun, and it's going to be really good shit. We've been watching wrestling here locally for years, and we've picked the best of the best to be on this show. So
it is. Will you give a perk to anyone who shows up in an SCL shirt?
Fuck yeah. If anyone
A legit one.
Yeah, if anyone shows up in an SCL shirt, we will give them a Zealot shirt.
Ooh. Where you blowing raspberries for that there, Jim?
No, that was not like that kind of a raspberry.
Oh. Yeah, have you seen our shirt? It's pretty nice.
Yeah, they are nice.
It is.
I like that logo a lot.
I also like the voiceover guy you got. He sounds familiar.
That's right. Yeah, boy.
That guy's pretty cool.
It is. He's got a fucking fantastic.
Did you get to know him through SCL connection or no?
Yes.
There it is. See that?
Yeah,
I love that shit.
He started listening to The Strap, I assume, because he heard us on your show, and then he started quoting our show, so that's how it started.
I look forward to that every week. Like, what is he going to quote this week? Good shit.
Yeah.
And if you need voiceover work, hit up Bobby Anthem. That dude's got one of the coolest voices. Fucking. The second I saw your shit, I was like, oh man, that's Bobby Anthem. I popped hardcore.
Thank you for putting that together, because that's pretty awesome. I don't think anyone's got video promos with a fucking voice like that going on. Apologies to All Hallows Eve.
But if you want to stay on par, you get Bobby Anthem.
That's right. But don't steal him until we're done with our run here, though. For wrestling, you can pay him to do other shit. Like he can do ASMR, or is that what it's called? Yes. Bobby whisper in your ear. Yeah.
That's so weird. Do people jack off to that? Is that what that is?
I would.
Or is You would?
I was wondering if anybody would catch that. No, I wouldn't do that, man.
I was gonna say, like, did you know that you can like look up videos of porn? Yeah.
Jim?
What do they talk about? I've never watched one. I just know it's like talking really quiet into a microphone.
I watched a
sometimes
Netflix documentary on it. Sometimes they eat into the mic too.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
It's very weird. I just want to know what people are doing when they watch it. Are they falling asleep to this? Are they jacking off to it? Like, what's... You know,
I guess you should have a lot of free time like Tyler and watch that Netflix documentary. How did you have time to watch that?
I was in bed. I was trying to fall asleep and I couldn't fall asleep.
Well, that's what ASMR is for.
I guess so. Yeah.
Well, you tell us you watched the documentary.
Well, I mean, it seemed more sexual than anything else to me.
That's what I figured.
Let's see here. If we had anything else to discuss this week, I don't think we do, man.
I got nothing else, man. I'm tapped. Oh,
That's a wrap.
fans raised $1,000 for Mr. Wonderful because he's all hurt and shit. Apparently, he hasn't
Paul
paid.
Arndorf?
Yeah, he hasn't paid like some property tax for like 5 years.
Oh, I heard he's kind of
He's got dementia and shit.
yeah, it's crazy.
Can't remember.
We
Fuck
just-
all.
We just saw him on fucking Table for Three like not that long ago.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
must have been
mustache
something in
rules.
the meal. Yeah, it's a great mustache, isn't it?
Yeah. I guess that is about it. Do our Twitter shout outs and get
Let me do one
out.
more. Also, follow us at the Strap Podcast for a
Yeah.
wrestling
Yes.
podcast. Thank
That's
you.
right.
Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, the husband and wife combo on the strap.
Also, the husband and wife combo co-owners of Zealot Pro Wrestling. So
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
there you go.
Entrepreneurs.
Do a lot of shit. I don't know if I like my lady enough to do all that much shit with her. It's
Well,
a joke. I'm joking. I'm in love with her. We'll probably spend our whole lives together. Oh, fuck.
Well, fuck. I feel like the third wheel. Tall Fudge over here, singles fuck. If you got pictures of tits, send them to me.
Yeah.
At
At
Federation.
Federation. Yeah. He'll send them over to me. So don't worry about
God
sending them
damn
to me. Retweet our pinned episode on Twitter. Get yourself a shout out on the show. Like these bad motherfuckers. Lee Onion. Unwin. Lee Onion. That was
Oh,
fucking
good fuck up there, Jim.
immediate botch, dude. Immediate botch. You talked for 2.5 hours and then you messed up. You suck.
Hey, real good impression there, you prick.
That's gonna be my new rap name, Lee Onion.
Yo, fucking Lee Onion.
Yo.
Saltier than a
cry.
Funyun. Would you rap about onions and shit?
Of
Sure.
course. What else
Wasn't there
did
an
you rap
onion
about?
character in like Parappa the Rappa?
I haven't played that game forever.
No. What are you playing right now? Fire Pro, you son of a bitch,
Yep,
on your
Fire
PlayStation
Pro.
4?
Fire Pro and
God, dude.
the Switch came out with their online feature, so I'm playing like Super Mario 3 and all that stuff. It's fun.
So jealous of Fire Pro. God damn it. Is it really that? Is it fucking awesome?
It's really fun to play. I find it really fun to play. Like when it comes to extras, there's not much in the way of extras. It's basically just matches. But I mean, they work out well. You can even just turn on a match and watch it, and it's so fucking entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
about
it's just
all
like
that.
New Japan in real life.
Yeah, essentially. Like they go through the strong
got-
strikes and everything. Is really good.
I've got enough like actual wrestling to watch.
I'm just
You
saying.
should make us and put us on the store though. On the exchange.
super
You
heavyweights.
get SCL take. We had that one year on 2K, Rando and I. We had like everything. We had both of us on there. We had
The Diddler.
the Diddler. We had a fucking belt. We had our logos like rings and arenas and all that shit. But I don't play those games anymore because they are shitty.
You're very boring. I agree.
Anyway, I got through one. Lee Onion. Podcast to talk. Leo, Johnny Utah, Viva La JD from the Smack It Down podcast. That's 2 for 1 right there. Boom. Lucha Krusty, Bobby Anthem, Casey Jerombeck, a boy Jared, Dom Homie, THT Wrestling Podcast. Check those guys out. Shaheen and Boxman. They cover a lot of they cover like Northeast deathmatch wrestling better than anybody. Shaheen always goes to a lot of all the GCW shit out there, and CZW old school fan and stuff. So Scotty from the Sat Pod, check them out if they ever do new episodes. Come on, boys. Martin Corns, Jeremy Foltz, Tony Vasquez, Chris Savage, Mickey D's, Lime Link, Shinso, The Great, Bell to Bell with Bobby Blaze, not to be confused with Bobby Blades, who's also here. The Federation, Klondike Bill, Wayne G, Big Body Sam. It's your boy Burbs.
Burbs.
We haven't heard from Burbs in a couple weeks.
Must be back in jail.
Hopefully he'll be back next week. He'll be listening to this, so you can leave him a message through the podcast. You have anything to say to Burbs? No?
You know what?
Because right now he's sitting in his garden, probably with some tea, smoking a joint and listening.
Some tea and crumpets. Save some crumpets for me. I want you to buy your best bag of crumpets and send it over to Grand Prairie, Alberta, care of you, because I'm not paying for that shit. And I'll try them. I'll make an episode of me eating tea and crumpets. It'll be an ASMR one. I'll be crunching.
Yeah, the MSR one or what?
Yeah. I made up my mind. I'm going to start doing an ASMR podcast.
Do it.
I will.
Episode 1, tea and crumpets.
I think you guys should do a whole episode this way.
Yeah, we should. We should.
That's for the Patreon people.
We should do a review of something. You can't come up with ideas on a podcast because other people are going to steal them.
Oh, shit.
No, that's our idea. We'll do a fucking AMSR recap of Evolution or something.
Oh. Oh.
I'm not going to watch it. I'm just fucking with you. Big Body Sam, I already said that. AC Patty, Eric Turner, Angry Old Man Podcast. Oh, I could probably get behind that. One voice actor improvising all the character roles. That could be fucking interesting.
Could be. Very well.
Does he one take that? Or is he like editing this shit all together? Or is he like
he's editing it all together?
Dude, I'd be more impressed if you freestyle all of it like that. So if you're listening, get it together. It's like where I roast everybody who gave us a shout out. Fat Superman. I heard that there's a swell behind him actually becoming Superman now that whatever that dude's name is out.
Henry Cavill?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
How can you watch Justice League and not be distracted by his weird fucking upper lip because they had to CGI the shit out of it because he couldn't shave? Like, I watched that movie and all I could see, man, was the gigantic gap over his upper lip.
I never even.
It's fucking weird, man. You go watch a trailer for Justice League and you look at Henry Cavill's upper lip, you won't be able to see it. Or you'll be able to see it and you'll never get it out of your head.
So out of fucking tune with stuff, man. Like, I don't know who that guy is. I don't know what that movie is. I mean, I know what the Justice League is, but like, I remember when you're young, you see people who like, they don't know anything about anything anymore. And that's me, right? Like, we watch TV, I'm like, who's this bitch singing? You know, everywhere it's like, who's this person? This is bitch like, oh, that's blah, blah, blah. They're fucking on this show. I'm like, what's that show?
Well, yeah, like I started talking to this chick a little while ago, and I asked her, like, what kind of music are you into? And she told me this, I can't remember the name of it. And I looked it up in YouTube, and it had like 4 million views, and it was the worst fucking song ever.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's how she goes.
Yeah, you get yourself a teenage daughter, and you'll be caught up on all the shit that sucks.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. But I'm going to save myself that and just jerk off into a toilet.
Yeah.
So you tell me how it works.
Pretty much the same thing, a lot less hassle.
Yeah, just flush and go.
Certainly cheaper.
You're fucking right. Costs a little bit of money to flush that water down. You know, you got to refill the toilet back up, but it's worth it.
I feel bad for the people who like hear like we're going into the shout outs and bail. They miss out on so much. Like jacking off in the toilets. EMZT podcast production. Oh, come on, voice. Come on, voice. We're almost there. Well kept and unclean. Sensible Sam. JC Sterling. Shooting the Shiznit. Give those guys a listen. Lance Levine. He's so divine. And Evil Evan. I think that is it. Also, shout outs to our friends in podcasting. Well, 2 of them are here, of course. Federation and the Strap. Wrestling Soup. THT. Smack It Down. Sat Pod.
Inhuman Experience.
Yeah, an human experience. There you go. Cool. NFO, you got nasty dog baby get in the corner.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, this has been a crazy long episode.
Sorry.
I don't think I'm
It's
sorry.
not
I
you.
apologize to
It's not
you
you.
for making, for taking this much time out of your day.
Oh, and in these
I
3
enjoyed the hell
hours-
out of it.
in-
I mean, we do this once a year, so 3 hours is fine.
We can do it a lot more, baby. We're always here.
All right, so am I.
It is. Like we challenge each other. Well, we're always here. Well, fuck, so am I. All right then.
All right.
All right then. We'll
I'm
just
not
see
leaving.
what happens.
I'm just not going to fucking leave. So, we're doing an all-day Tyler Fudge show, everybody. Watch me take a nap.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's what's coming up for me. I think that is going to do it. Listen to the strap. Go to Zealot Pro Wrestling. Support FLW, the Federation, all that shit. You guys have anything to add before we go?
Check out Starcade 1990 on iTunes right now by the Federation.
Oh, dude, yeah. I'm like halfway through that. I got fucking called into a meeting on work on Friday, and I didn't finish it. But
See, that's when you tell that meeting, go fuck itself. You're listening to high-quality audio.
yeah, what the fuck was I going to point out about it? Oh, when you guys talk about in the beginning where they change all these tactics to try to save money, right? It's
Yeah.
like all things. Why the fuck weren't you doing that
Right?
already?
Right? The fact
It's
that they
like-
would go to California, run one show, go back to Minnesota the next day. It just makes no sense. You go to California,
It's
you
like-
run a bunch of shows all week, then you go back. You go somewhere like
Yeah.
Washington. You make your way around, not fucking plane trips everywhere. This and that. It's so fucking retarded.
Yeah.
WCW
And
1990.
that's just yeah,
Crazy.
just one of the many things that are like, what in the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
That's Jim Herd shit, right? Yeah,
Oh,
Black
yeah.
Scorpion.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Ooh, man.
It's
It's not
something.
very good. Like,
Yeah.
the Dick the Bruiser as a ref? Come on, man.
I was 9 at that time and watching that shit. Like I actually remember the Black Scorpion from when I was a kid. So it's interesting to hear like younger dudes who were there watching this shit be like, "What the fuck is this?" You know,
Yeah, it's garbage.
Black Scorpion is one of the worst things ever.
It is.
It doesn't get enough like credit as being awful.
Well, and,
that it
and
deserves.
There's so much stuff that he promises, like Sting, Sid might be coming for your title, but I'm coming for your life. And then the match starts, and they're like, Sting's got a lot to lose here, his world title. How about his fucking life that they've been talking about? He's gonna kill him. But no, who cares, right? Black Scorpion's they're gonna find out who the Black Scorpion is, and by the way, it's Ric Flair, and it's a very poorly hidden secret in that match. Because he does everything that Ric Flair does, except for everything that you like Ric Flair to do. Everything you like about Ric Flair is not in that match because he's Black Scorpion. Right? Like
I
Ric
had
Flair
no
is
idea
a
it was
shit
gonna be
wrestler
Black
if you take away
Scorpion.
all of his shit.
Dude, and then it gets to the end, and like, oh fuck, who are we gonna do with this?
Yeah.
Also, that's a fuck of an impression right there, dude. That's good.
Well, thank you, thank you. I got a spot
Add
on
Black
Willie
Scorpion, yeah, to your fucking list.
Anderson. Thanks.
Him and Stu, man.
Well,
Two more than I've got.
Stu's here, and I hear we got this mountain lion named Lynx on the show. I've never talked to a mountain lion before.
I'm a hooer.
He's a hooer. He's a. Could I, if you ever bite the dust, could I get your skin, taxidermied on a wall and get a fleshlight put in your bum? 'Cause, that's where it's at in up in heaven in Cloud 69. Martha doesn't let me stick it in because she says she's too old for that shit. But I still gotta work a penis sometimes. So
Yes.
I've never even contemplated the idea of inserting a fleshlight into fucking taxidermy, man. What the fuck?
it's a whole new level of bestiality, my friend. Still up on his shit. There's no rules in heaven. Where are you gonna go from there, right? What's gonna kick you out?
Just the idea of like implanting a fleshlight inside of a fucking taxidermy animal. Oh, fuck. Someone's probably done it.
Oh, without doubt. I didn't.
Someone's
coin
doing
that
it
for
right
sure.
now.
I mean, if you're into bestiality, that's like the ultimate right there, I suppose, huh?
I would imagine
Oh,
when I worked at Best Buy,
fuck.
we found a computer with bestiality on it. That was fun.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And on that bombshell, It is time to end.
Thanks,
This
guys.
3-hour adventure of debauchery, Dingleberry's
Yeah.
bestiality and wrestling.
All right, well, that's going to do it. We thank you very much, Lynx, for taking the time out to hang out. And we will see all of you next week. But until then, may you get all of the dick and or pussy you desire. Remember, a winner is you, and be excellent to each other.